Ignition. Liftoff.
Hello to all my sexy people out there. This is Deanne Munoz and welcome to Unleash Your Sex. A lot of people we have on, there's always like this synchronicity that like comes on with everybody.
Because that's the way the universe works.
I love it. Hello, it's Deanne Munoz and welcome back to the Unleash Your Sexy episode podcast. And the crowd goes wild. Okay, so last night's podcast, I was going like because they had a guest, and who did they say it was?
Arsenio Hall. Yes.
I was like, bro, no. I'm like, it's from Pretty Woman.
Richard Gere?
Oh, Pretty Woman. Who played
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. Remember, she's at the race. And
she did that before. That's right. Maybe that's where he got it.
That's where I got it from. So when they were like Arsenio Hall, I was like, what the fuck? I'm thinking like sexy. Like, why would I even think Arsenio Hall? Like, I'm over here thinking, I'm thinking like Pretty Woman.
We need a fact check on that because I don't know if that's, I don't know who did it first.
Oh yeah, who did it first?
Fact check.
What, did the movie come out first? Before Arsenio Hall?
During the time, but he did it first. I think she was mimicking him.
Okay, but that's where I got it from.
Well,
so every time I do it, I always think of how fucking sexy she was. And I was like, trying to be cute last night. They're like, Arsenio Hall. And I'm like, you just killed my... You just killed my sexy moment. My whole Julia Roberts impersonation. Pretty Woman just got killed. Bang. Okay, so... I have the beautiful Allegra Cole here.
Thank you.
And her and I have crossed paths so many times, and we've been trying to connect on so many levels.
I've been stalking her, really. Though. I mean, let's be honest.
I love stalkers.
I'm your number one
me.
stalker. I don't know.
As long as you're naked and you're stalking me and you have no panties on. That's going to come later,
and I have coconut oil, and of course I don't have panties on, so... You know what it is.
Okay, so we're gonna be right back. No, we're gonna take a 2-minute break. Okay, I could go 3.
Okay,
Let's
good.
shot tequila 4 minutes, and we can really go there.
I like her actually. It was awesome.
So I'm blessed, and it's an honor and a privilege that you took time out of your schedule to show up and be a part of this show. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So Unleash Your Sexy is a podcast that I wanted to be able to touch, move, and inspire couples, men, women, educate people about sex, especially about sex workers.
I love that.
So I wanted it to be something empowering, and I know you stand for so much greatness. And our original topic was going to be on how do we handle judgment or hate. But originally, the first intuition thought that I had in my head was being a mother in the industry. And I didn't bother.
That's huge.
I didn't bother to ask because I was like, okay, there's so many women in the industry who don't want people to know their mothers, and they like to keep their private life quiet, and I respect that.
Understandable.
So I honestly didn't even bother to think, and tonight it was brought up right before we were even going to start. So I was like,
we got to do it.
Let's go where message and spirit was sending us.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go into this
I
whole
love that. Let's
thing.
vibe with that.
God, we already started with some strong stuff earlier. So I'm coming down south to the 714. Is it still 714 area
It's
code?
949, Mama. Come to the 949, baby.
So 714 was what, when I was a little girl?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've only been here 6 years, so.
Oh, where are you from?
Originally Salt Lake City, Utah. Former Mormon in the house. Don't shoot me, Mormons. I no longer
not at
affiliate,
all.
but you know, there's some teachings there that are good, but you know, I have a gang of kids, so that counts, right? So talk about being in an industry where there's a lot of children who have opinions about some things.
Right.
You know what it is.
Okay. On that note, I'm like, okay, which way do I go?
Where do you go?
Right, left, right. Okay, so 714 is the original area code for Orange County.
I didn't know that.
And Los Angeles' original area code was 213.
213. Okay.
Yeah. So if you meet someone with 213, they're for sure 50 and older.
They're an OG. An OG.
Like my
Los
mom
Angeles.
or my dad.
I love that.
Yeah. So it's really interesting.
I love
so
that.
it was originally 714 back in the day. Okay. So how many children do you have?
8.
You have 8 kids?
From my body.
Oh shit.
Oh shit is right. Who the fuck would do that?
Okay, wait. So have you ever not been pregnant?
Not really. I was pregnant as an embryo, and then
I've been pregnant since I came out the vagina.
I was pregnant inside my mom's. No, I've been a mother ever since I was 19. My oldest is 31.
Wow.
I'm a GMA. I have 3 grandkids, so that's a whole other topic. And my youngest just turned 5. So I
get you.
I totally have almost a child in every stage of life. And it's so, I feel so blessed, but
Right.
how weird, right?
No, I don't think it's weird at all. I've always wanted just, and I've had this conversation. Who were we with the other day that said like, oh, I come from 9 kids.
Sister wife.
Anybody remember
I
that?
have children that you can help parent. It'll be really easy.
Okay.
Come on. Just come to Newport.
They are invited me to become a sister wife.
I mean, it would
since
be
I am
so-
single.
I mean-
and I haven't had sex forever.
Not for long.
Her and her husband might get lucky tonight.
I mean, might get. I'm begging.
He's all yes.
Another shot, please.
Give her another shot.
Another shot. Do we have a doctor on tap for an O shot though? That's what I'm like. Do we have?
What is an O shot?
Have you heard about an
No.
O shot? Which is like they take your own blood and mix it and then put it in between the vaginal wall, and I don't know, they shoot it in for orgasm shot. I know, to make you actually orgasm faster, harder. I'm about to go get this just because.
Wait.
I know.
I'm down to try it with you.
Let's go, because that would be an epic
I
video.
think we could do a YouTube video on this and get away with it.
Pretty awesome. Yeah,
We
you just blur
can't.
out the part.
Yeah, we just can't
part.
show up
Doesn't
the
matter. It's okay.
Are you kidding me? YouTube would go nuts.
Do you think I would kid about this kind of thing?
No, I don't believe you'll kid about nothing.
I've done my research. I mean, I'm a woman of a particular age. I'm about to turn 51 next month.
I'm going to be 45 or 44. Mijo, how old are you?
Look, do you do that too? I get lied to about my age too.
33. Okay, so I'm 10 years older, so I'm going to be 44.
Look at you. When's your birthday?
It's in May 20. No. Oh, no.
I am a Gemini, May
I'm far from
24th.
Gemini. Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
You know what? You're loyal.
Mad
loyal.
Extremely
You are
loyal.
Stubborn, but loyal.
Am I stubborn?
That's a yes. That's a yes. But it's good. You stand your ground. You stand your ground. And once somebody crosses you.
Oh, yeah, you can't
That's
come
it.
back.
You're
Yeah,
done.
crossing me, that's one thing. Yeah.
You're right.
There's a lot of things I can work out and
Yes,
communicate
right.
with somebody who sits my stubborn ass down to sit me down and be an adult.
Right.
But there's certain things like I have a hard no on a lot of things. So correct.
That's good.
Like
There's
I'm the
nothing
wrong
wrong with
person to
that.
cross. Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, no, it's so true. I'm extremely loyal. And
I love
Geminis
that.
are the
little
life,
bit.
the life of the party.
Ta-da.
They're very charismatic.
We care about people.
The first woman I was ever in a relationship with was a Gemini.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you still talk to her now?
Unfortunately, we met when we were in our 20s and we both got heavily involved in drugs. And, excuse me. Oh,
That was that.
burp. And burp. She ended up going a little different direction and ended up, it ended up turning into schizophrenia. And,
that's
and mind you, she was like almost my twin. Like we would go places and people would be like, "Oh my God, you and this girl look alike." And I'm like,
Really?
it was like my first, like, you know, when you're
Of
like,
course.
you have your first like
Of
real
course.
lesbian experience. And
Yes.
she was feminine and she had long black hair, dark skin. She was Mexican. And I think within like 4 years, she ended up like shaving all her hair off, getting like both her arms tattooed, and talked all the time about aliens.
So she kinda went off the deep
all the
end.
time. Yeah, so they ended up sending her somewhere to Mexico, and I've never ever heard from her
That had
again.
to be kind of hard for you a little bit.
You know what? Because it was so interesting because she had such a fucking good heart and soul. Like she truly, like there wasn't not one thing about this girl that she would have never hurt anyone in her life.
That's cool.
And it was almost like, did the dark side see that and be like, okay, so I can control her
gonna
easily?
consume- yeah.
Because she's so trusting. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I know some motherfucking crazy bitches who deserve to have the demons take them.
We don't wanna say deserve, but, you know,
I know,
if it
but
happens.
Yeah. But like, you know, like,
If it happens,
why
sorry.
can't it take them? You know,
Sorry,
not
I'm
the
gonna
good
go in.
ones.
Yeah, I
but
feel you.
and She was a Gemini, but she was fun. She was charismatic. She loved women. Like she had a boyfriend. She had a woman. Like everything about her was so playful, so loving, so caring. Was she a crazy bitch? She was a crazy bitch too.
I have my moments.
Crazy.
I have my moments, but you know what?
But even the craziness was still fun. It was still fun though when she was crazy.
It can be, my craziness can be reined in. It's tempered, And I think I have a partner who's good at doing that.
Right. Okay, so you're married.
So yes.
How long have you been married?
We've been together 23 years.
Okay. So we just recently had a podcast where I was talking to another girl named Nina and explaining to people how, like, whether you're a stripper, a cam girl, porn star, whatever you are, we're normal people.
Hi.
With normal lives. We have hearts. We have souls.
We drive kids to school.
We have feelings.
Weird.
And
Yeah.
it's just so interesting because at the end of the day, I get it. We sell a certain persona online.
Right.
Like, I'm very open about who I am. So I'm like, I'm a mom, I do this. But I know a lot of girls are like, I don't people know I'm married or this. But
Right.
it's interesting how they really fall for the fact that they thought the plumber really came to my house and that I seduced him.
Well,
in front of my stepdaughter. Right. You know what I mean?
I mean, if we could work that scenario out later, I could be the plumber, actually. Where's the tool belt? Get me the tool belt and a wrench. I can do mad, amazing things with a wrench. So
Wow. I don't know. Let me see.
I've got her stuttering. I
You see that? I'm gonna prove it. I'm
in
gonna
the back of her mind.
prove it.
The wheels are going. I love it.
Why am I blessing?
Ooh, I hope so.
I can't even have makeup on. Okay, so fast forward.
I know, and your skin looks
this
awesome.
weekend, you guys. So everybody knows I stopped drinking because I've been on this health kick and eating healthy. So it's my best friend Bunny's birthday this last Sunday, and Bunny is my drinking best friend. Like when we drink, we're gonna go hard and we're gonna go hard. So it was like a 2, 3, 4 day bender. But so today was like, I'm not gonna wear makeup. I'm not even gonna dress up.
I know, and
nothing.
your skin looks gorgeous.
Thank you. Just
I
had
wish I
fillers
could
yesterday.
do this. Well,
So-
we love the filler lady. We love the filler lady, right?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm gonna be 44 and people are like, "How your skin looks so good." I'm like, fillers.
What are you, 32? Yeah, you're like, yes, no. I didn't own every year you've earned.
I can be in bed.
It is 10, so depends on who you're in bed with, though. That's what I want to know.
Okay,
What are you
so-
doing in bed?
Are you all your kids with your baby daddy?
No, the first 3 with my first husband.
Okay.
He died.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay.
Thank you. And I got husband number 2.
Right away?
And a couple
I
years.
couldn't even get a date after my first husband. What the fuck?
Remember-
She got married and all these beautiful, a beautiful whole family
I
after.
was an infant bride, so it doesn't matter with the first time around.
I ended up in the psych meds. I ended up trying to go overdose on drugs. I had major problems after my divorce.
I've got a husband for you.
I know. Well then, I'm borrowing you. We're all sharing.
No, there's no borrow. It's only share.
Share.
It's just share. I'm okay with
that.
sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is real love.
Sharing is
if
caring.
you cannot, right? So
I always say that too, and it's interesting because I also have podcasts where we've talked about having open relationships, how to have an open relationship, and I'm always saying how I'm so open about certain things because I've been in long-term relationships and I've actually been in a relationship with people where it was never an issue. Like that girl, her name was Elizabeth, the girl who ended up having to go to Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Great.
And she was gorgeous and she ended up having a boyfriend, but I was also married. So this off and on period, but it was like we just all get along. It was this. People were like, "This is kind of weird," but
well, it's weird for some
just
because
really
it's not the
got
norm, right?
along.
But I just don't. You don't strike me as somebody who's the norm, and neither am I.
far
So
from it.
it's just that's a good thing. And
yeah,
so,
like things like that. Like I always tell people, at the end of the day, I'm not bothered by things like that because at the end of the day, I'm not an insecure person.
that's good.
And it's like if I meet somebody and you bringing something to the table and there's this connection.
You can't
know?
deny
And,
those feelings.
it's so beautiful. How am I going to taint that with insecurities or with fighting or anger and
Pettiness.
yes.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, sometimes I'll hear maybe some young girls who are haven't spiritually grown.
Yeah.
And they'll be being crazy. And I'm always like love is beautiful.
But
love is
you're right. You're right.
kind.
But
Like-
that was me back in the day because that was kind of my programming, being the
Right.
Mormon, and just it's this and this and this and this is the way you do things. So I had a bunch of kids, which I was grateful for. Right? I
Right.
have them. I love
Okay,
them.
so back to that real quick. Let's explain to people. So so like that. Let's start with those core beliefs.
Okay.
Where did those come from, and how did that affect your life? But good ways and a bad ways.
Right. Core beliefs for me, I think what I loved, I'm no longer a Mormon, but what I love is the emphasis on family. I'm a huge family people person, family person. Number one is family for me. Like if I had to pick something and abandon everything else, it'd be family. Always family. And I will stand by family all the time. And I have good friends who I consider family more than I consider my blood, because sometimes we have to pick
Of course.
who our family is, and we come here, we get the vibe and we feel, and it's just that electricity and that energy, and you just have to go off of that.
Right.
And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But you
I
just
love
learn.
that. You know what? Like, for sure you're not from LA. Can we all agree that, you guys? You're definitely not from LA, because unfortunately, I'm gonna say like the Hollywood area. 'Cause I feel like Hollywood area is where everybody from around the world comes thinking they're gonna be
A star?
Marilyn Monroe. So they have this idea and this persona. But we always say like we're like, have you Stephen Oreo has there's a new show on Netflix. It's called LA Life. It's about him
I
and
haven't seen it.
a tattoo artist called Cartoon. And they give a documentary. It's about them and their life, but it's about LA life. And they're like into the gang life, into the LA, things that people don't see in Hollywood. So it's kind of like the LA life. So I come and explain, because I mean, I'm not from a gang, but LA life, like what people don't see, because we're not from Hollywood.
Right.
Hollywood's where like all the dreamers kind of come, the writers, the musicians,
The big lights, the
Yeah,
cameras.
but to come out of it into East LA,
Right.
and to Compton,
Right.
to Watts, to like
Even downtown.
to Venice, like all that
Yes,
area, like
right.
those are areas where like that's where the real LA people really live. That's where our real life is.
roots.
And that's where we honestly are about like loyalty and family. So at the end of the day, when people meet me and they're like, "You're from LA, like you're so dope," I'm like, "No, I'm not from Hollywood.
That's real LA.
Like I'm from LA. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I was brought
Yeah.
up different
Yeah.
than
For
what
sure.
you guys are seeing on,
sure.
like Love and Hip Hop. Like, so
Thank God for that.
so for you saying the whole family thing, that is a really rare thing. First of all, for me to hear from any woman, especially any one woman from Hollywood, because a lot of women, and I mean, I would want to say Instagram famous, Hollywood, and anywhere in this industry, they're here for one thing. And the last thing, they will walk over their family. They will fuck over their family to get where they need to get. So it was really refreshing to hear you literally say, like, your family is everything and you'd give up everything for them.
It's true. Thank you. But number one, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. They hold me down all day, every day. They drive me fucking crazy. I'm like this, I mean, and now with current situation,
Yeah.
I become a teacher. I'm homeschooling. Holy God
shit.
help
Hold
me.
on, wait. Okay.
Oh, holy
Hold on,
God
hold
help
on.
me.
Okay, I couldn't even handle my daughter home for like
I'm sending him to your house.
like a
Get outta here.
Christmas week.
Anyway,
so how many?
I'm sending my 9-year-old and 12-year-old. They're boys. They'll love you. Oh, this is.
But you know what was interesting is I'm really amazing with children. Like,
well, I believe
really
that.
amazing. Like, I can guarantee you, I can get anyone's child to
I believe it.
focus and listen and to interact
You have
and
love.
engage.
You have love. That's why.
I'm really good people.
Tarians are really good at that. Our
Yes.
oldest daughter together, mine and Dyson's, is a Tarian, and she is just you.
Oh, perfect
Yeah,
with them.
just
I'm really,
very
really good at that.
She has a magic touch. It is.
And you know what I always feel too? I've been on the airplanes. I've been on the airplane, and there'll be like somebody. Like, imagine you have a baby and it's
Yes.
screaming.
You're
and
trying to
everyone's
bounce it.
looking at
She's
you.
doing the bounce.
Like, I literally am like, I will walk up to them.
That's me.
And I'll be like, hey, like, can I
Yeah.
take the baby for 30 seconds? I'm gonna walk up and down, and like that's literally how I feel. Like, I know, like, the mom and dad are probably already stressed out.
Yeah.
So they're vibrating like,
Yeah,
oh my
that
God, everyone's
energy's
upset at us.
nervous.
And the baby's feeling
Feels
it.
it, yep.
Right? So like, I'm
Absolutely.
like, let me just take it. I'll be back 30 seconds.
Then the baby's out.
Yeah, literally. Or if I'm sitting behind them, I'll get like whatever I find in my purse, and I'll be like, I'd be like
doing all the tricks.
and they'll
You're
be
looking
like,
for fruit snacks. That's
Yeah,
what
and I'd
I'm
be
like
like,
digging down there for some graham crackers. God
And-
knows I've got something down there. I know.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
yeah. And I
That's cool.
always feel that, but yeah, same thing. It's like I always like, but I love family,
That's great.
and I always as a little girl always grew up saying, I just want to get married and have like a
My
husband
number one job.
and a
Yep.
kid.
My number one
and be
goal is to
happy
raise
and be a
great
good
human
wife.
beings.
Like that was my like ultimate goal when I was little. Like what I like authentically felt. And it's interesting because
We're soul sisters. I swear to God. Or just ask him. He'll tell you. He's like, that's my.
Oh, I definitely want more kids. Right now, obviously, I'm not even dating. I would require a date, but I would.
Would you really require a date before you got pregnant? I'm just being
Oh, I was
she's like, really?
yeah.
Seriously?
I would like to like them.
We're joking here.
Can I be attracted?
Like, what if it's an ugly baby? What if his face looks like this? I don't want to do that.
Well, at 44, almost 44, you would have another baby. How many more? 2?
You know, my ideal situation is I'm manifesting having twins.
Oh, hey.
He's always wanted twins.
I want 2 more kids.
Twin boys?
No, I want a boy and a girl.
Oh, fraternal?
Yeah. Oh, but wait, they
My-
can't be twins,
Guess
right?
what? Yes, they
Or no?
can. My dad
Yeah,
is a
fraternal.
fraternal twin. So I held my breath every time I got pregnant, thinking, "Oh Lord Jesus, I don't
Oh,
want to
we
have
have
twins."
twins. Twins run heavily in my family.
Oh Lord,
Oh,
if
word?
we had a baby, we'd have twins.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Let's go.
twins run very, very heavily in my family. So I like it's interesting because one of my best friends talking about like what we believe in our little spiritual advisors. I have a friend named Marissa who's our nighttime social media manager. She lives in Cambodia right now, and she was originally there because she wanted to go work with kids who were with AIDS in the hospital. Right? She ended up going down there. She's been there 6 years now, which was supposed to be like a 3-month trip. She moved down there permanently,
Oh my
worked there
God.
permanently, fell
Good
in
for
love,
her.
had a kid, and now she's with her man down there. So now, like, I have her, you know, she's like, you know, do you, like, you know, how can, you know, like, I was like, can you work graveyard? She's like, yeah, because that's when they're awake and we're asleep.
right.
So it's perfectly worked out because she's like the most amazing, perfect person in the world. I love Marisa. Hi, Marisa. I'm sure she's going to see this. And there was a time, I'm 44, broke my foot 10 years ago, and I was in porn at 32. So at 33 years old, it was my first year into porn. I ended up breaking my left foot. And it was her birthday. And I remember having my brace on, and we were in my bathroom curling my hair. And she's a healer. That's what she does. That's why she went to see the kids. She's a healer. And she literally looked at me nowhere and said 2 things to me. She goes, A, I just got a message, finish the book you want to write, which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, my life story. And B, she said, you're going to have twins.
Let's go.
And
I volunteer.
and since then, I've
having
actually
no more children.
had like astrologists and other readers. Multiple people tell me I
Kind
will
of
have
reaffirm
twins.
that idea. That's
when I
great.
like
when the
who-
time is right.
I'm gonna have twins. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that you are even open to that idea at 44 because most women are like, "Oh no, I'm done. That's it." There's no. I wouldn't do
maybe
it.
they've had like a bad experience with kids.
Maybe.
'Cause I
but-
love kids. I
you
love
gotta
kids.
make
I love
them-
family.
Well, I just think
Yeah, your
most
mom.
genetically,
family.
I know you do, and I feel that. I feel that that's
Yeah.
authentic, and I love that. But I
Like,
think
you
a
know
lot
what
of
I-
people
yeah.
can't handle it. I think a lot of people just think genetically they can't do it. I was physically built to have children.
Hold on.
Latina,
It's in our mind.
Brazilian.
Because like
Yeah,
they'll make
yeah, I know.
jokes. Like my daughter will make jokes all the time, right? And she'll be like, "Oh, you're hating menopause, mom." I'm like, menopause or not, I know God's still gonna give me some fucking twin babies. Like I believe
can have
I
hot
believe it,
flashes.
so I know
Yes,
it's
you
gonna
should.
have it.
It's true. It's true.
And if I believe I can have more kids, I know for a fact I'm gonna have more
Absolutely.
kids, and I know I'm gonna get remarried at one point. I'm gonna have more kids
I love
because
it.
I literally envision Christmas Eves. Like in the morning when the babies wake up and they're running looking for
They're
for
super
Santa.
excited.
That's my favorite holiday.
I
when
love
kids
it.
are just like running to the Christmas tree, like, oh my God,
What does Santa leave me?
came.
Yeah, it's true.
Santa came. Like, and I envision it, I see it, and I feel it for my future.
I think that's great.
And
Beautiful.
it's interesting too because I prefer to date men to this day that have kids.
Hey, let's go.
that doesn't surprise me at all.
Like men that don't have kids, it's there's something there's a
There's-
different
there's a-
vibe.
there's a-
they're not as protective.
Well, I
they're
just
not
wanted
as
to say
loving.
there's a defect. Is that rude? I don't know. It just feels like there's something missing. It's kind of like a man who's been married before. You'd want to date. For me, I'd want to. If I weren't with somebody, I'd want to date somebody who's a woman wanted before enough to marry.
Right.
If they're like a 45-year-old man who's never been married, you're like, what's wrong with you?
Oh,
that's how I look at it. I know
like that's the real hoe is life.
It's just gonna.
Well, that's the real hashtag hoe is life.
For real though.
I could definitely see that.
Hey, so you would be 63 when they graduate high school.
And what?
Oh, you'd be
Exactly.
the hottest 63-year-old. Hey.
That's what I put.
I will be on the basketball court playing basketball with them.
Me too.
Like,
with
no,
my basketballs,
bro,
no problem. No problem.
You better shoot that ball.
Exactly.
You better rebound that ball.
I have
How
a
would
daughter
Jazz
going
feel
to
about that?
kindergarten this year, and we.
How would
still
Jazz
go
feel
out.
about that?
You know what? Up until recently, my daughter was the only child, and she's a Leo, if that has anything to do with it, with a Scorpio rising.
My oldest is a Leo, yeah.
And Scorpio rising. So like extra jealous and possessive. Okay?
Like, bitch, you did what? And you're like, no, I'm gonna have some more
But
babies.
growing up, every single year of her life, she was no. Do not have another kid. Do not. She's like, I'm not going to share you, and I'm not going to share my
That was
grandma.
my oldest. Oh my
Not
God.
until I want to say like 2 years ago. And mind you, she's 25 now. Not till she hit like 22, and maybe I think she started going. Like, she was like, okay, well, I guess if you have a kid. It's actually like she hasn't talked shit. Before she'd be like, fuck that. You're my mom. Like, I'm not sharing you. And that's my grandma. I'm not sharing my grandma. You're not going to have kids. I'm not going to talk to it. I'm going to be mean to it. But no, now she's like, I think because she's maybe like dating in her own.
She's got her own life. She's
life.
coming into her own womanhood.
Yeah.
She realizes her mother is a woman first.
Right.
And that's really what it's about. As women in this industry or any industry, but especially the sexual industry, we are women first. And if we don't fill up our store ourselves sexually, what do we have to give? What do we have to give to our kids, our spouse, the world?
Right.
If we're on empty, what do we have to give? Nothing.
Right.
So I think those kids finally come into it and realize, oh wait, it's just not, you're not just my mom, you're a woman first. Oh my God, weird. And then they start to view you differently. Like, oh, you're a sexual
interesting.
being?
I haven't heard that.
Weird. You've just been mom to me.
Right.
Not like this sexual woman.
Right.
Who, oh God, I don't want to know what you're doing with my dad. That's disgusting. But then they're like, oh, it makes sense because they feel it within themselves as they start to mature.
Dropping dimes.
That was good.
It's just what I think I've experienced. But you know what? It could change tomorrow. I don't know.
I think Jazz wants you to be happy. And she knows
wishes
if
the
she's
best for
gone.
you. Yeah.
Oh my God, you make me cry.
She wants you to be
Right?
happy.
She
I
just
saw you doing her
wants
hair
joy
the
for
other
you.
day.
She just
I
wants
saw
joy
you doing
for
her
you.
hair the other day in her story.
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah, for her
cute.
little ponytails. Yeah, she's still very jazzy. Jazzy. She goes into her
You
jazzy
she'll
mode.
forever be 5 years old, though. That's the
Forever.
That's the thing.
No, she's still 5 years old.
Of course.
I will get offended if any of my guy friends are like, "Damn, she's hot." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
What did you say?
And they're like, "She's hot." I'm like, "What? Say it again."
She got good genes.
And they're like, I'm like, there's a difference between saying, "Oh, nice photo," but don't come at me.
Or she's beautiful.
Being like, "Oh, your daughter's
All
hot."
skeezy, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, what if you become stepdad? I'm gonna have to be worrying about.
Ooh, don't be
like,
creepy, dude.
No, you have to though. You
Yeah.
have to. At this age, this day and time, I feel like the things that people don't talk about is molestation or incestuous thoughts. Because I don't care like what age of a man I date. He might have the hottest son in the world, which I would never even think of him like that. But I would say, oh, my stepson's really good looking.
Yeah, he's an attractive boy.
But
He's
in my
this,
head,
that,
he's a
and the other.
fucking
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's 30. He's 5 years old in my head. So for any man to come at me like that, even my guy friends, I'll tell them like, don't ever come at me like that.
Hold up. Can we think about this though?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see.
How old were you? How old were you when you first started having your first sexual thoughts? Be honest.
I know.
4 years old?
I don't.
4 years old.
I don't even remember.
How old were you?
4 years old for sure. That's
Me?
the
Oh
youngest I
shit!
can remember.
I don't know.
Tell her the
I
cat
remember
story.
I don't even remember doing. I know. I remember doing so with the toothbrush when I was like 11. And shit. I was like, getting a toothbrush and shoving it up there and being like,
Okay, so
What?
This is my
Hang on.
question. I've had this question before. I didn't even know I had holes.
Okay, well, I
How
found
did
mine
you-
real quick.
How did you know there was a hole there?
I don't
I didn't
remember.
know I had holes.
That was
Let
like
alone-
a century ago.
I didn't think it
more.
was 21 I had 3 holes. I thought I had 1 hole because I had a kid. And not until I was 21, one of my best friends at the time, was her name Allegra? Our name was really close to that.
Did you realize you had another hole? That
She
could
knew.
be fun?
She told me it had 3 holes.
And you freaked out?
And I was like, what?
You're a liar.
What do all these holes do? She was like, one shits, one pees, and one's a baby. And I was like, I thought they all were one hole.
I never think I thought that.
And I don't know if it's because maybe I come from like a Latino family, which it's like, we don't talk about sex.
Well, we didn't talk about it, but I had to figure that shit out, literally. Like, I wanted to figure it out. And I
never
love it in the
even-
booty,
I
so
never
I have to.
touched it. I never did anything. Well,
Wait,
when I
already
was
said it.
married, though, when I was married,
Yeah.
we did it, everything. Like,
Yeah.
all of my craziest sexual stories are my marriage. All of them.
So
shit that
he
people still
lost out
wouldn't
big
think.
time. I don't know. I mean, sorry, bro.
That's why she got into porn. I wanted my own like personal
he's
porn.
like,
star.
I really-
Yeah, I showed him anal I gave him his first anal. I was like, you don't know about anal? What the hell's wrong with you? Like, this is
love it,
amazing.
What's
wrong with you?
How are you?
Your dad didn't tell you about
I met him when he was 12, so I literally
was
met
sick
him
that day.
I think I was almost 28 and I met him and he was about to turn 20. So he's like 8.5 years younger than I am. So I robbed the cradle and I robbed it good.
I date really young guys.
Why you like really young guys? Can we talk about that for a minute?
You know what's interesting? Which, you know what? Everyone be quiet back there. My whole team don't talk.
I was like, hello. you got some people with opinions back there. You just hating right now.
You know what's interesting is when you read, like, there's like science. So how it works is men after the age of like 45, 50, their testosterone level goes really low. So they're no longer craving. So testosterone is it's that like they want to fuck like a fucking jackrabbit.
This
like
one's
they're
still-
just
this
always
one's still good.
They're just always like solid and it's just sex, nothing more. And you'll meet girls who are 20, 21, 22 and they date like 60, 50, 60-year-old men and the young guys are like, "Why are you dating an old guy?" It's not because of the sex. It's because they're offering security.
Security. Yeah, it's
They're
an exchange.
offering
That's what we do as women.
emotional availability.
Absolutely.
Spirituality.
Absolutely.
And honestly, at the end of the day, like a young girl loves a smart man. Like I love to learn from somebody. Like I want to learn. Like be smarter than me. Like I want to like learn
Challenge
things together.
me.
Be open to
Yep,
things.
yep.
And most guys, early 20s. Yeah, not gonna happen. They're just like, rock hard, rabbit.
It's painful.
Hence, you'll find out scientifically then as a woman hits her like late 30s, early 40s, she's no longer craving so much security emotionally. It's now physical because she's not producing as much endorphins or dopamine anymore. Her body's a little more testosterone driven,
All right.
right? So now she's meeting a boy with a lot of testosterone.
Okay.
And
And they're matching up. They're linking.
yes, so
linking
that's
up.
where how it kind of works.
Wow. Okay.
Because at the end of the day, for me to sit with somebody and have a really intelligent conversation and have like like this cosmic, interchanging, passionate connection, that'll get me off. I don't care if you're 100 years
Same.
old.
It's called a sapiosexual. How
Which-
smart are you up here and what can you bring
It's
to me?
rare though. But I do find with younger men aren't so close-minded anymore. It's like a lot of men, once they've been hurt by the time they were 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and they're so stuck in their ways, like it's work and only work, and like, and
I
it's
think women are
almost-
like that too. The
Oh, of
women can be
course.
like that, right?
Women can become over masculine.
They're a
and I talk
little-
about it all the time.
Yeah. So you just have to find the right fit for you.
Right.
So if it younger,
So that's
works
why,
for
like,
you,
they're always joking because I like to date younger men, and it's because they're still open, they're still playful,
Yeah,
they're still
it's fun.
fun. Like they haven't been so fucked up or caught up in a
jaded
certain
and ruined and yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they might want to fuck everybody they see, but they're still so vulnerable.
there's a tenderness to them.
Yeah, and as opposed to like if I get somebody a little more my age, it's like okay, like I know there's going to be baggage, and not in a bad way, but like I know he's gone through something, you know, and like why I've gone through something. Now we both got to work on both somethings. I have my own somethings.
My somethings are dragging me down.
No,
I
she
can have
has
your
all these hot
somethings too.
girlfriends, right? And I tell them all the time, I'm like, I would feel bad for you because you're a woman that gets it. You're sexual. Even though you're of a certain age, you're still like with that shit. You know the music. You can move. You still got some some bopping years in you, and then you date these old guys that are like 40 and 50, and they're like fucking balding and pants
And they're
too
younger than I am, and
high.
I'm like,
And
man,
I'm like,
you're
girl,
tired.
if I ever left you, you'd be fucked. Come on now. Like,
That's
who
why
are you gonna date after me?
I'm not. I would date no one. I'd be like, whatever. I'll marry Jeannie Buss. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna marry me, Jeannie.
gonna marry
Jeannie, you
me.
hear me? I love you.
I'm trying to marry
She
you.
gonna marry
Whatever.
me.
She's mine. No, we'll marry her.
Okay.
We'll have a
Come on,
throuple.
she
We'll
gonna
have a
marry
throuple. Oh my-
Joe.
Whatever. We'll marry her. You're out of here.
downtown.
We're gonna marry.
Oh my God. Now to Alicia Sexy.
Okay, so young men, older men, that's that story. Okay, so back to being a mom. And so I think it's sexy for me to meet a man who's already had kids, because I already think, as a woman, I want to be feminine. Because mind you, I'm masculine all day long, and I'm always
Bossing
like
people around,
controlling, like
yeah.
like not controlling. I don't like that word, but it's like I'm always having to handle a lot of things.
You're overseeing a
There's
lot.
a time where, like, honestly, like, I don't want to do nothing. Can, like, somebody else handle
Just
something
step
for a
in
minute?
and be the man.
And I feel like in a
Yeah.
relationship with a man, like, I just want to be feminine.
Oh, you are such a
I
Latina.
love
She's
that.
a traditionalist, and you
like, I want
you're
my man to be
kind of
like,
girl.
shut the fuck down. I'll be like, oh shit,
Huh?
yes,
What?
daddy, I will. I'm not gonna be like, fuck you, don't tell me what to do. I'll be like. Now, if it's an issue, we'll talk about it later. I would never address it in public, but I'll be like, still turn me on though.
You're like, hang on,
Still
I just
turn me
got
on,
wet. I just
Still
got
turn
wet.
me
Meet
on,
me in the,
but we're
meet
gonna
me in the
fight later.
bathroom. Meet me in the bathroom in 10 minutes. I'm just wet. No,
I'm gonna
just
choke
not
you
like
first before you choke me this time.
See, but that's the thing with you strong women. You can't be the man and want a man.
Thank
Oh,
you.
we have this argument all the
Thank
time.
you.
It's true.
Yes. No, literally. That's true.
It's-
Like, I don't want to. If I want a girl, I'll date a fucking girl. Period. And that's simple. Like, I could easily have a girl. When I'm with a man, like, be the man. Like, be
Agreed.
aggressive, take control. Like,
Be assertive,
Like, I
know
want
what
to feel
you want.
safe. I want to feel safe with you. I want to know
Take
that you
care of
have
me.
my back. I
Yep.
want to know that I don't have to, like, question anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I love him. I don't have to worry about who's going to have my back, who's going to, all
Yes.
this. This life is tough.
Right.
And you have to have somebody who grounds you. That's why I say, hey, love on loan, get this one real
Right.
quick.
And you know what's interesting? Is, like, so long in my life, like, I've been so against, like, my core ish, like, one of my core beliefs for a very long time was, like, I don't ever have guy friends. Ever. I was always like, no men, because men are always violating me.
There's
Men
always something.
they're
They've always got an angle.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and like my brother, for me, I always tell everybody, he set such a high bar. Like, my brother's he is that small percentile of men that were just really raised right and has a good
Decent.
heart, and he's protective and he's loving. He's always helping. He's always helpful, and he's always wants to, what can I give? What can I give? And me being a giver, I don't rarely attract men like that. So it's interesting because now I have a team. I have Anne, and we have like some new people on the team, like, who are men, but I'm really learning to trust men
That's a beautiful thing.
and be like,
right?
okay, we
To
can be friends.
vulnerable
We
to
could
that.
be,
Yeah.
but I could be feminine around them, or I could be trusting, and like I could just be
Soft
me.
in yourself. Yeah,
So
that's
for
a
me,
beautiful
like, that's
feeling,
where I'm
right?
at right now, as
I love
of
that.
me learning to be soft again.
I love that. You should
Mm-hmm.
revel in that, because that space is really beautiful when you really can unearth some gorgeous things. When you get, it's that 45 to 50, I'm telling you, that was real cathartic for me, was a real big change when you're like, okay, this is the vibe. Okay, I want to go with this. I like this. This is super
I'm working
sexy.
on that.
I
Being
love
vulnerable
that.
makes me really uncomfortable.
Me too.
Like, really uncomfortable. Like, I'll get shivers.
It took me. It still. I don't want to say it took me like I got this shit on lock, because I don't.
Right.
But it's taken me some time. It's a daily process where I'm like, okay, I have to. First of all, I'm a Gemini, so I'm like, I've got the thoughts in my head
shit.
going, blah, 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 blah,
I thought I was masculine.
But that's this side. But the other side is
Right.
like, take me, love me, fuck me, do me, that kind of side. So I'm fighting with myself. So once I stop the voices in my head, or at least listen to the ones that are not fear-based, then it's all good.
Isn't it different when I have a conversation with a woman? Huh? This podcast is way different. I mean, not to discredit anybody else, but
No.
like, when you're younger, you've gone through certain things. But I'm
Right.
having a conversation with a woman right now. It's really different.
Well,
Thank you.
Like recognizes like.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So you're welcome. And thanks for having me. Thanks for being open and
Of course.
telling it like it is, because we need that. I need that. I think that's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. And this guy over here needs that more than anything. Look at him.
Hey,
He's got a smile plaster.
I'm in
Her
heaven right
husband's
now.
over here, so you guys know.
I had a dream like this one time. These beautiful women,
And what happened in your dream?
and they were about their business, but they're beautiful after
Isn't this
work.
a
They took some
Masego
time
song?
off.
Yes. This is a dope ass song. You should play this when we're
I will.
off. This song,
I had a
Masego.
vision.
This song is the
Wait, who's Masego?
Masego's an artist. It's you got to listen to this artist. This is a song that is
Is
just
it
like
like
it will touch
love
you.
song?
It is. It's kind of like no. Masego's like a vocalist, but how would you describe him? An
Like a
islander with some
He's like a little bit like a male.
masculine flowetry.
I've been
Some
wanting to go to
vibe.
like a flowetry place and get up there and just do like, I love poetry.
I love
and
it.
recently, because I'm connecting with vulnerability and my femininity, and a lot of it has to do with me just honestly letting go of the past.
We all
Because
have to.
I've held so many people in my past incidences that I've lost out on a lot of amazing opportunities. So lately what I've been doing is every person in my life who's played a special role, and I've been listening to all of our love songs to remember how I loved so innocently at one time.
the feeling. What's the
And
feeling that?
and then sending them back a thank you instead of anger, instead of fear,
powerful.
instead of being who I turned into after that. So lately for me, there's a lot of healing going on even with myself. So it's so interesting because you're talking about that. I hadn't written a poem in over 10 years. And because I've been everything's just happening recently. And I was at a place in February that reminded me of the last person that I was like in the longest relationship of my life, who I always considered love of my life. And I walked into this place, and mind you, I don't ever want to be like this person. Like even if we try to rekindle it, there wouldn't even be a flame. But I remember how amazing it felt to be so in love. Like I remember the story. So I remember walking in and literally stepping foot into this building and being like,
everything just.
you know how long it's been since I've allowed myself to be loved.
That's good.
And I literally, when I walked in, and I was drunk too, and I was like, I'm just gonna
Absorb it.
accept
Absorb
it.
it.
Like relive it. Because guess what? I want that shit again.
Revel in it, because you'll attract what you want.
So I've
That's the
literally
energy.
been like, I'm playing love songs lately. Like I'm playing lingerie on for myself, not OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
She pulled out the Joe and the
Like-
tank and
and a lot for me is forgiving everybody. Forgiveness. Not only forgiving everybody, but forgiving myself.
I was gonna say, forgive yourself.
Forgiving
first.
myself.
Yeah.
And like, don't be so hard on myself. Like every
Thank you.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. You know, and it's beautiful to still be me. Like I am passionate. I am sensual. Like I love songs. Like I love poetry.
too.
Like, these are things I love. And why should I be anything less because of a few bad relationships?
No, you shouldn't. Don't let that sour your glow.
Yeah.
No.
So it's interesting because I'm totally like, I'm like, I'm gonna play this love song. I'm gonna play that.
I
or I'm gonna
love
write this. Like
it.
I've been writing poems to myself.
You should.
And everything's been about self-love. Because at the end of the day, like I'm not focused on, okay, my soulmate or who I'm going to be with. I've been focusing on me. The more I love myself again,
You will draw into
and
your
the more I'm
universe,
like
so
feeling myself, like, I don't, you know, like this, like,
I am the shit.
you know,
and I
just
love
like
myself.
in the mirror, like dancing for myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Like I feel
This
that
body is good.
when I'm in
cute
alignment
and-
with
Yeah.
my own,
It's true.
I'm going to attract that person.
You're right.
Because they're going to recognize
You're right.
the same light.
It's the frequency.
Yeah.
It's the frequency, the vibrational frequency. And they find you, and that's like magnets attracting. That is undeniable. That is the universe that tells you.
First, I'm like, I need a dark brunette Kim Kardashian type. big booty.
But with actually more sass. She's not afraid to say what she thinks.
I think she
about.
played Kim
yeah.
Kardashian at one point.
Oh, I do. I produced the it's called Keeping Up with Kiara Mia.
I know.
Hey, I haven't seen that yet. I want
But
to see that.
she's
Okay,
way more
hold on.
sassy.
I had a writer. This bitch was fucking funny. Like we did a whole little skit of like I'm in it was right when Ray J put that song I Hit It First. So my writer, she's a comedian. She's fucking hilarious. So we had it where like I'm walking into the studio with Kanye, right? And supposedly by accident, the studio double booked us with Ray J. Right?
Of course
so Ray
they
J's
did.
walking out of the studio door. We're walking in, right? And then they both mad dog each other and they're like in each other's face. And Ray J's like, I hit it first. And then Kanye just fucking knocks him out on the floor and I grab him and I'm like, that was so sexy. And then we're like fucking over him.
See what you missed out on?
Download link. Put the download link up.
So it was like a spoof. But I'm telling you, the writer, she was fucking hilarious. Like we had the best.
I bet
all
it
of
was
us
so
had the
much
best
fun.
time shooting.
Those are the best shoots.
We
yeah.
couldn't even shoot because we couldn't stop laughing.
You're laughing. Exactly. You can't be serious to be like, I'm mad now.
It really was. It really
Oh,
was.
I love it.
Please, for a second, can y'all stand
No,
together
her
next
booty,
to each other?
I don't even give a
Both.
damn.
Let's do both.
She's got boobies on her ass.
I know,
Have you
love it. It's
seen this gorgeous ass?
amazing.
I was salivating when I saw it from across her.
I actually have to get mine out.
No, you're not going to.
No,
Don't do it.
I ended up, the lady who ended up injected me with plumber's cock from Home
Okay,
Depot.
that is not true.
Yes. And she actually ended up sending 3 girls killing 3 girls, and she was sent to prison. So
I'm so
I
grateful
ended up
you're
having
not in that
an allergic
situation at the
reaction
moment.
to
Get
it. So
out of here.
I've gone on 2 surgeries already to take out half. The next now is like reconstructive, like where they're gonna have to like.
But do you have
snip it,
implants?
nip it. No.
This just
They were shot. Remember back in the old days we did shots?
I wasn't even doing anything.
Oh shit! Okay, well, like 8 years ago, before the implants came out, we used to just there were like these girls. You hire them. You go to the hotel room. They'd have some like weird bottle or something
like this,
and then and that's how back then, like none of us, there was
didn't
no
know any better.
BBLs back then, no
yeah.
nothing. So we just they get this.
You're like,
you
make
lay on
that
the
ass
bed and
fat
you just be
right
like, with your best friend.
Did you even take anything before you went
No,
in to
they
get the
didn't give us
shots? What the
nothing. It
hell?
was 100% raw.
Woman, how did you do that? I would
was
have
just
had this whole
the
bottle and
only
been
way.
like, Jack Bay, go, bitches.
The hotel they do that at? Because I'm trying to take her there.
Oh, fuck that. You got to get it in your dick first. So you get it in your dick first, then I'll get it in my ass. We'll see how you fare after a month, and then we're going to go for my.
She's like, and when your cock turns green and starts falling off.
When it shrivels and falls off, you're going to be like, motherfuck me. And I'm going to be, exactly.
And you're like, sorry, babe, where's the dildo?
12 inches once in my life, worth it.
Yes, 12 inches. Wait, is 12 inches really?
Do men have dicks that are that big? I don't know. I know one person, but I've never been with him. So, Julio.
Gomez, yeah,
Julio
his brother from New
Gomez.
York.
What is Lex's size?
I don't know.
Is he like 10 inches?
I don't know.
I want her to do something with Lex, but like on the low. I don't want it like
No.
published.
I've done
I want it on the low.
Lex.
What'd you
and
think?
I've done Mandingo, but I
Size?
don't remember anything being like, oh my
Julio's
god, I'm
like-
dying.
I don't even, like, he sends me pictures and I'm like, is that even human?
Yeah,
That looks
I've
like a
never had-
horse
I haven't
dick.
even
I don't
heard
even,
of-
is that
of
possible?
Julio.
Talk about your own personal donkey show. Holy God. I'm like, what? I didn't say that.
Have you been to the LA County
No,
Fair?
but I want to.
Okay, have you been to the Orange County Fair?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so
like,
you know
what-
when you go into that little area with the animals and it's like the biggest cattle ever, the biggest cow,
Yes,
the biggest
yes.
alligator.
Yes. The
That's-
biggest alligator.
That's
She said.
what their cocks are like.
Get out of here.
Yeah, because I know even when I worked with Lexington, like because of the camera, like he only put it in halfway the whole shoot.
What?
Like he would hold the butt and make it look like he was going
Right,
deep.
right,
You know what I mean for
yes,
the camera?
yes.
Because at some point, like I'm the type of actress, my right claws will be in your right leg.
You will hurt a
So if
motherfucker.
you're that big, the minute you go too deep, my nails are going just as deep as your dick did. So you'll see him be like, Oh, no. Because, they think they're showing off until, like, I claw you and they're like,
Until she's feeling it in her larynx. She's like, fuck that. I don't know.
Yeah, like.
A tonsillectomy through the bottom. You're like, I don't want to do it.
So I think, actually, most men, I think, in the industry, but they already know a lot of girls can't take it. So they know the angle of, like, where to put their hand, the thing, like, and when she's going too deep and when you're not going. And there's some bitches that fuck. Hats off.
I don't, hey, I try not to run from a dick. I've had 8 kids. And 7 through vaginally. So,
oh my God.
Natural.
Okay.
No cutting, no nothing.
So, back to the subject. What time we at?
We have 49 minutes.
Okay. So, so I got to piss. So let's do a wide shot. Close up on her. Tell me about your first child. So actually,
my first
the
one.
camera's on. Has it? Oh yeah, there we go.
Tell me, what did you say? Tell me about your first
talk
what?
About,
Leave that right there.
like first time getting
let's talk
pregnant.
about this
What you
relationship.
thought about it?
First time,
Getting
pregnant?
pregnant. That about
Jesus.
It. And then I'm just gonna piss, and I'll be right back.
Go ahead, you're fine.
Put that mic on the floor.
Well, Miss Cole, how you doing, baby?
Hi.
So let's talk about this.
Well, introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My name is Dyson Styles. This is my beautiful pain in the ass, Allegra Cole.
Ditto.
I've currently been held hostage for 23 years.
He looks really pained, doesn't he?
I'm trying to convince her to let me marry Kiara Mia.
Go right ahead.
She
please.
can take half of the load.
Please,
you
I
know
would
what
love
mean?
it. Can she
help
cook
out.
on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
She's a
I got Monday,
hustler,
Wednesday.
babe.
Yeah,
Hey,
I love
she's
her.
a hustler. You
I
see what
love
she's
her.
making?
Yes,
We need a
she
girl
did.
like this on the team.
Oh, kidding.
She could take us next level. And
She
she's
can take
looking
me
for-
next level. What are you talking about? I need next level in the house. Like, can you handle shit? Because I can't.
I just want to come along for the ride.
And
Yes.
I'll let you. Okay, so she wants me to talk about what it was like the first time. Like
Nobody wants to hear
I
about
was
your
like
kids,
3.
okay?
I don't even remember that. I don't.
You got 8 kids.
8 kids. I know. Is that you knew that? What are you talking
Damn.
about?
I have a question for you. How long did you live in Salt Lake?
I grew
Born and
up
raised.
born and raised
In West
Oh
Salt
my
Lake.
gosh.
I
Born
grew up
and
in a
raised
little
on the playground
area
is where she
called
spent most of
Alpine,
her
which is like a
days.
little community, which is like, I grew up and there was like 1,300 people there.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so very small community between Salt Lake and Provo. It's just like a little area.
Oh, so really small.
Very small.
So
Small
I can
minded,
imagine her
small
bringing
town.
a nigga like me around.
Well, they thought he was the plumber. Like, for real, they did. They're like, oh, he's fixing the pipes. I'm like, yeah.
They thought it was Michael Jordan for a little while. I
Ta-dum.
signed a couple jerseys.
Now
you
that
know?
you're like out of like the
That lifestyle.
now that you're out of like the Mormon religion, just because like I grew up off that, like my family was Mormon, like, and now that I'm in LA, like my mind's like, oh my gosh, like I
Opened up?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
completely. Like
I totally feel
Have
you.
you been like, have you gone through that? Are you like, oh my gosh, like what the hell was
Well,
I?
I did this when I was 15 and I questioned it, and my family looked at me like I was smoking crack. So that was a problem. So for me, that's why I started having sex at 16, and I started doing what I felt, and got pregnant and had a child at 19, was my oldest. So I was that age when I had my oldest. So
That's
for
the
me,
thing. I think if you take things away and you make them so bad and naughty and
Yes.
it makes people
we're
want
drawn
to
to
like
it.
Yeah.
figure
We're
that
drawn
shit
to it.
out
We
more.
wanna do it.
But
We
if you're
wanna do it
honest with
naturally.
people and you say, hey,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a man. I like sex. I want your mom to look sexy. I like big titties. I like big ass.
and I think that's what it is with
pretty
our kids.
face,
Like they
thin
don't.
waist.
Yeah, Kiara and I.
I
talked
need a
about
round the way girl.
it. Okay, thank you, lyricist.
So on that note, I have a question. Which grab your mic. Oh yeah. There's an extra mic. Grab yours. I'm gonna grab your mic.
Please get that black thing and put it in your mouth, baby.
The black mic we have here. So on that, I've talked about before is because open relationships and my marriage and all of my relationships have been open, and because they were open to it, and I've just experienced that a lot of men are not faithful, and
True.
and not because they're not in love with the person they are, but just there's just
Men
something about
crave
variety,
variety.
something
Men
about
crave
fun,
vi-
and that's
variety.
it. So my question to you on that note is, do you feel you've lasted this long because she is so open to having...
It didn't start out this way.
Oh, it didn't?
No. We had to grow into this. And I think that is
okay.
one thing that I know is it's been an evolution, and it's been me realizing, gosh, there's some women where I'm like, I love you more than him. I mean, what? It's easy. You like women get me better, and there's
Right.
just a vibe.
Right.
And men just don't have that kind of,
Femininity.
They just don't have the brain power to understand it. And we
Right.
tend to go, I mean, I love you. I
What do you
love
say
you.
about that?
You know what I mean? Just like there's a certain depth that women are like, you just look at them and they know. And men are like, what? Teddy's? And you're like, no, that wasn't what I meant. And so I've really started to open up to that. Once I did, lots of things started to just flow, and it became a lot easier and less stress. And I realized he devoted himself to me and is like, you're the end all be all for me. But I love to have that's sexy. And then I'm like, well, of course I want to gift you. What the fuck do you want to do? You like this girl?
Right.
Okay, go, let's go. Because if you know that you've got their heart and soul and their mind, then it
yes.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Thank you.
Girl
So,
got a
so as a man,
girlfriend.
like my question to you then is, you knowing that you love her, and at the end of the day, don't get me wrong, you man, you see some cute girl, you're like, hey, she's flirting with you.
Sometimes
You
I'm
know,
like,
and
oh my
you
God,
know
she's
that
so
things
hot.
are-
That's why I
that-
said I don't know who's more obsessed with you, me or him. I don't know. When I saw you at Dream, I was like, oh my God,
blushing.
get the camera out. Oh my God, it's her. Oh, I remember the dress you had on. I'm like a straight out stalker. I'm like, look at her. Oh my God, her side titty. Oh my
I
God, I
love
love
stalkers.
it. I love the color. She's got on
Stalk me
Allegra's Army
more.
Green. Oh my God, she loves me. And
I did. I have our photos still to
she's
this
like,
day.
I just wore that for you.
The people need more photos. Matter of
Oh,
fact.
God.
So my
Yes.
question though is because a lot of girls I've talked to don't really understand the open relationship, but also I've dated a few guys that aren't into it, and I get certain things, but I just my personal experience with the men I've been with is we've had this amazing connection, right? Like we have the same values, we were like connected emotionally, spiritually, sexually, vibrationally, and at the end of the day, I never doubted or questioned like, who are you with, or what are you doing, or oh, you want to bring somebody in? Like, who should I hire, or who should I bring? Like, what's gonna go on? Because the end of the day, in bed, it was still about me. You still went home with me. Like it
I know where
literally
your heart's
was.
at. I know
it
where your heart
literally-
lives.
Yeah, it was literally a moment of satisfaction for both of us, and we're still going back to our family.
You're right.
And our
He calls it
family
an
is
adventure.
everything.
Let's just talk about having an adventure together. Can we have an adventure until we're sitting on the porch when you're 80 and he's 70?
Remember that time when we dated Kiara Mia for like 2 years? And I gave her those twin LeBron Jameses?
Oh my God, I'm like, and I have my face in her ass all day, every day.
I'm having a boy and girl twin. Let's get that straight.
No, you gotta have 2 LeBrons.
It's
Y'all
gonna be a
fighting about the
boy
particulars.
and a
Can we
girl.
just get
You
to
gotta have
the
a
bed
LeBron
already?
and like a Blake
I need
Griffin.
a little girl, just to
I'll bring
be
my Mia
spoiled.
over to your house. You will
You
love
got
her.
a little girl. Come on, you gotta raise boys now.
No, oh no. You know what? I feel like I'm already masculine. The last thing I need is more masculinity. I need
That's
like
true.
more femininity.
Feminine. That's why I'm like, you would love my 5-year-old Mia. She would love you.
Yeah, I definitely need more feminine.
But that's what make you a cool boy, mom. They'd be like, Mom, let's go to
Are
the
you
game. Let's
kidding
go
me?
shoot. Let's
I'll
go to
be
the Laker
throwing
game.
footballs with them.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
Like,
that mom.
posting up when they're
My daughter played varsity basketball through high school. I was like on the front row with
Screaming.
with her referee, like yelling out, like fucking go
That's
grab
me.
the
Hold
ball.
on,
That's
Mom.
me.
No. You got to go back to the
that's me
stands,
on
Mom. I'm
football.
sorry.
I
You
got
gotta
kicked out
back-
3 times out of her games.
Hey, you got to back that up.
That would have been me.
Well,
That's me on football.
Hold
I'm
up. First of all,
screaming, I say
Jazz
yeah!
played basketball in high school?
Varsity.
What?
Varsity.
Well, this is
Shortstop.
a point guard or two?
Not shortstop. I'm sorry. Point guard.
Point guard?
Wrong
Go
sport.
ahead, Jazz.
Point guard. Yeah.
Okay.
And mind you, it's interesting because people be like, why are you in your varsity outfit for today? She's like, because of a basketball game. They're like, yeah, no.
That's
like,
awesome.
We did. I played it too through high
Yeah,
school.
you need twin boys. It's settled.
Oh, for sure, guaranteed.
It's settled. 'Cause you can petri dish
I'm
that
gonna have
ish.
a boy and a girl. That's
You want another girl. You're 2 girls. You need another girl
She's
to
got
spoil.
her vision. Don't
Yeah.
stop her from
You know
her
what?
vision.
I need him to make sure that he takes care of her.
Yeah, he's.
You know, and I
always got
feel like
somebody
if
that
I
got
have
your
a little
back.
boy and he
Yeah.
has a little girl to take care of,
you
then
know
he's gonna learn even more how to be
Yeah.
more
That-
masculine and feminine with a woman.
It's true.
How you gonna drag 2 kids around in your crazy life?
My life isn't crazy though. We're
It just-
at the office, we're home. At the office, home, office.
That's the thing.
That's it.
It's
And if
just-
we're not, we're on vacation.
people
and
think
guess
See,
what?
now
My
you're
kids will
building.
come with me.
crazy.
See, now you're
We'll be in
building
Greece
that.
together. We'll be in Italy together. We're gonna be in London together.
Ooh, let's
like
go.
that's what my man. Like I feel like we're gonna have our kids with us.
all the time.
Like I've had my fun of everything.
but you can
But
still
at the
have
same
your
ti-
fun.
No,
you
trust
still have
me.
your adventures.
When he's like, "Hey, I'm trying to go hit on Allegra tonight," I'll be like, "All right,
I love you.
leave the kids at home."
Or the kids have their own hotel room with a nanny. We're gonna go over here.
Yes.
It's the
Hey,
way
I
to
could really
do
build
it.
an empire with you
Bring
too. Real
grandma
talk.
or grandpa, somebody. My
Somebody you
brother.
You
trust.
look like the
Doesn't
perfect
right?
yin and yang, right? Like one blonde, one
Bring
brunette,
Noelle,
one
bring my
boobs, one
daughter,
booty.
somebody to watch the kids.
Genie Bus. All
I
we need is
got
Genie
older
Bus.
kids to watch, right?
Right.
With them two together, I could get
Ones I
back to Genie
trust.
Bus.
You know what? That's interesting. I always make a joke with my daughter Jasmine. I'm like, you know what's
Guess
gonna
what you're gonna do?
No, I'm like, no, I told
You're
her.
gonna be the
I'm
nanny.
like, you know what's gonna happen, right? As soon as I get pregnant, she's like, hell no, motherfucker. She's like, I'm not babysitting. I'm like, oh yeah, you are.
What if
I'm like,
the
you're
price
living
is
in my
right?
house?
What if the price is
no? But I'm like, if you're living in my house, you are. And
Well,
she's
of
like,
course.
oh, I'm not now.
Now
I'm
I'm
like,
moving.
Oh, fuck, hold on. Let me figure this. Let me figure this out.
I know
wasn't
you.
ready
Wait
for
a
this
minute.
part.
I didn't plan for that to happen. That's
I wasn't
not
planning
how
for you
I-
at all to leave.
You can't fuck my
You
plan
said
up.
you were gonna be here forever. You lied to me. You're abandoning me.
Why would you do this? You're fucking with my plan.
Okay, so let's real quick back to the subject, just so people understand. Okay, so at what age did you get to the industry?
Oh my God. What? No.
On her for like 2 or 3 years. I'm like,
He
baby,
bugged
just
me
do a
about it,
porno.
but you know what?
Please,
For
just
me,
do one.
I
We
love,
actually went out to California
I
and went
love
to a porno
sex.
party.
I love sex, and I'm fucking good at it. But
Real good.
But,
Oh, I believe you.
But you'll find out.
We're gonna find out
I
after.
got the tape. Roll the tape.
But I wasn't comfortable. I didn't know how I felt about everybody seeing it, right? So he was like, just do it. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. It's my husband. I love him. I'm going to be his personal porn star. Why not? So I did it.
Wait till I go to jail for a year to do
It's
it.
true.
I don't even get to enjoy it. I get locked
You
up for
did
some
enjoy
domestic
it, though.
violence stuff because
Don't
I'm
even
fucking
lie.
around with all these other girls for
That's
years.
right.
You did, or you got arrested?
No, I did. Come on, you know, in Utah they're gonna lock up the nigga no matter what. Okay.
It's factual.
But I was fucking around. I had, I slept with her sister for, a little while. I had another girl on the side. I was wilding. I thought I wanted that life.
You were young.
He
How old were
lost
you?
his mind.
How old were you?
He lost his mind.
How old were you?
She got me when I was
How old were you?
2 months from turning 20.
That's what
Kiara.
I'm telling you. Testosterone level is so high at that level.
It's true.
But I'm a good looking
just
black
sit back
man
and
in
I hate-
Utah with
it's
all these
a-
beautiful white women. It's a recipe for disaster, right? You know what I'm saying?
Noelle in Idaho.
Hey, you
I
know
love her
what it
Idaho
is.
stories.
She knows.
Right?
She knows that we're not lying about this. This is so
This is like the Maury Povich show.
It is.
Ew, like you are
It
the
is,
father.
right?
She had to keep a nigga baby, which I'm happy for now.
I
We have
really
great
didn't on
kids.
purpose, but I did. Yeah, it happened.
She loved me,
It happened.
right? I loved her, and so
She's about
I was
to
trying
be
to figure it
21.
out, right? I'm like, I'm a young man. I'm a black man in Utah. I think I live off my looks. I'm not really doing shit but modeling and
Fucking around.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So it took a
Actually,
lot.
that's most men I know at age 20.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
It's a
what's
process.
wrong with me that I thought that shit was
No,
okay?
yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Any girl to think that, it's just not.
It's not.
11-year-old at 20. I mean,
Right.
like her
You
and
did.
me and her daughter are closer in age than me and her.
Right.
Are we? Yeah, I don't know.
Almost.
Yeah.
How old is
I
Sil?
don't know.
33? I'm 42.
Hillary is my oldest. Is 31.
Okay, so 12
Okay, so
years.
so you had no problem with her doing being in the entertainment.
I've
Oh, he
always
was
wanted
all
to.
for it.
I was all for
So,
it.
He
you're-
loves to parade me
so you're
around.
a
He loves
freak
the
in
whole-
bed, or you're just, or is it something that it turns you on, or
Yes.
it's just like
Well, first off, I'm Puerto Rican and black. I mean, that's like, two of the freakiest races there is. You know what I mean?
A
Honestly, at the
recipe
end
for
of the-
fuckery.
Because at the end of the day, like even with my ex-husband, like I always say, like I mean, we did some freaky ass shit. And mind you, that's the only person I ever had sex with. The only thing I learned anything with, and we did shit that people did I've never done shit with. And at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, you bought me my stripper outfits. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I gave you the lap dances. Like, we did like the craziest stuff at the end of the day. So sometimes, like we're friends now, right? And like we're always busting each other's balls. He'd be like, whatever happened to the nice born again Diane Munoz I met? I'm like, wow, when you stuck anal beads in my butt. She went bye-bye.
But you need that though, right? You need someone that you love and trust to try this freaky shit with.
Yeah, no, and honestly, too, people always ask, like, what are my best sexual partners? And he's one of them.
Him. Yeah.
He's really
exactly.
is one of them
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
there was a trust and there was a
believe
love.
they will love you and they'll still love you even after
Right.
all the freaky shit. So
Right.
you're like, oh,
he did.
at the end of the day,
Honestly,
it's
he
raw.
really did. You know, it's interesting because back then nothing bothered him. And mind you, like, I mean, everybody knows him here. Like everyone, like he's like friends with all of us. He's fam. And it's so interesting because I could date someone else. I could be in love with somebody else. I'll be like, I can hang out with him, the guy. I could still be shooting. Nothing bothers him. But it'd be something little like, we're going to like McDonald's real quick. And he'll be like, put a hoodie on. And I'm like, would you just tell me? Now, mind you, we're both very masculine. And I refuse to ever, for the rest of my life, be feminine with him. And I'd be like, oh, now I'm not going to wear one.
Oh,
and he's
'cause you
like, well,
said
you're not
so,
getting
yeah.
out of the car. I'm like, oh, we'll call the cops. Let's go. Come on. Like, I can go, I will literally go
Protect
there.
y'all. What you wilding for? You don't want to go to McDonald's. You know what kind of freaks are up in there looking and taking pictures and shit.
But no, but what I'm saying is it's interesting because he doesn't really care at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like what I do or who I do with it. I could be in love with somebody with more kids. That wouldn't bother him. But going into McDonald's
But
with my kids hanging
always
out,
gonna protect you.
he'll be
wants
like,
to-
put a
yeah.
hoodie on.
He
And
always
I'd be
gonna
like,
look
oh,
out
no,
for
I'm not.
you.
Because you told me to.
I mean, we could be divorced for, 10 years, and I'll always come back to her. And like every
So
time I
it's
see
more
her,
like a
you know?
brotherly love.
Okay, good.
I think it's more like a brotherly because my brother might be like, okay, sister.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
first
hey,
of
I'm
all,
doing this for your protection.
honestly, at the end of the day, I would never in my life just like in public ever with my brother like that.
That is
Period.
so me too.
Ever like my daughter, my dad, anything like my mom. Like I already have like a whole area of the closet dressed just for my family.
It's mom clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mom clothes.
You can't see my
Hoe
ass.
clothes.
You can't see my tits, and it's out of
Mom
respect.
clothes. Hoe clothes.
Sometimes you just want to throw on a tank top and some leggings and just go.
No, like that's me 100% of the time. But when I'm around certain people, obviously I will always
Dress
dress
it down or cover
appropriately.
it up more. Yeah, that's
especially
me.
if I
That's
know
me too.
somebody in the group of people might want to pop off if somebody says something to me.
Right.
And one thing we'll learn about me is I hate violence. And the last thing I would ever want is anybody in my crew to resort to violence.
Right.
Because
So you want to avoid it.
Violence.
You want to avoid
yeah.
it. We always says KYP. Know who you're dealing with. Know your personnel. Where you're going. So cover up.
Ooh, what's
and
that
then
called?
KYP.
KYP.
Know your personnel.
That is
So
true.
where are you
yeah.
going? What are you doing? Are
Right.
you going to PTA? You're not going to wear this whole outfit.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you
right.
lost your mind? Like I wouldn't.
So that's true. Okay, so everybody watching, we're moms, and we're talking about being moms. We're moms that are freaks.
Yeah.
We're moms who are open minded.
that love to vote.
So now let's go. Let's hit this. Because I know when I drink, I can ramble on. And man, I've been drinking since Sunday. Let's talk about your children and their viewpoints and how you still are family.
Yikes. Well, I think it's different for each child. Now, my older three are married and out of house, have families,
Okay.
husbands, their own.
And that was from your first husband.
Yes.
Okay.
My older three are all daughters.
Okay.
Dyson raised them
Okay.
from whatever, 8, 9, 10 or whatever.
Now, question:
Order.
did they ever call you dad, stepdad,
Yes,
or
they
Dyson?
did.
What would
Dad.
they call you?
They came
was
to me
dad.
one day and said, "Can we call you dad?" And
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, that's."
And did
sweet."
they have a dad?
He was dead.
He passed.
Oh shit. Okay.
So it made it a lot easier on
Okay,
some fronts, right? There was
definitely.
no other dad to deal with, but we had
Right.
the other dad's family, who
Okay.
was actually, by the way, and Noelle will understand this, like they were original Mormons. So Smith, like Joseph Smith, the last name is Smith. So they were
religious.
So very,
Just say
very,
super
very
religious.
religious. Yes.
She said,
So-
"Oh my God."
Yes.
My black ass taking their mom to
direct
Vegas.
descendants.
On the weekends.
To the porn convention.
You know what I mean? For 3-4 days while
And
the
I'm
11-year-old
like,
has to babysit
hell
the
yes,
other
this is
two.
fun. Yeah. So I made some fucked up choices. Let's just say that.
So-
And for good reason, they were concerned. Now, fast forward, we have 5 kids and a daughter, 3 sons and a daughter. So daughter and daughters at the end and the boys in the middle. And they're like age range from 21 to 5. And each one of them, the oldest daughter, feels like she is very opposite from who I am, but she respects who I am.
you are.
She knows that what I do pays for her life.
Yes.
And so she honors what mommy and daddy are doing for her. And
Don't bite the mouth that feeds you.
thank you.
It's like you
And-
keep all that moral judgment to yourself as long as you ain't paying
and
rent.
your boyfriend comes here and you get to partake of all the good things. don't turn around and talk your shit.
Right.
And so she's good. She went away to school her first year. She came back and she was like, completely metamorphosized and said, talking to the other kids.
Yeah.
Listen to mommy and dad. This is which is good. Our oldest son graduates high school this year and he's got shit figured out. And we don't know anything and we're wrong about everything. And so fuck us.
You're like, oh, that's my twin.
And I'm like,
God gave me my twin child.
well, weird, but I mean, he's brilliant, smart kid, too smart for his own good in some areas. And we'll let that play itself out.
Yeah, of course.
Right. And then I have a 12-year-old son who I think might have a slight crush on me, which is good. You don't want to play favorites, but he's
a mama's boy.
He's a mama's boy.
So I
Heart
would say,
and soul,
I don't
that
want to say
boy.
crush. I think mama's boys are they just love you in a way that another child isn't going to love you.
It's facts.
Yeah,
He
they
just
love.
does.
He's got love. He's all
he
love.
looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and he just is like, Mama. He's the only one that calls me Mama. Mama, can I please? Mama, can I do
So
this?
that to me sounds like maybe there's like a past life connection with him.
Maybe.
It's something
You
like
can tell
deeper.
he's embarrassed when she comes to school of her, but he never makes her
He
feel.
would never
bad
ever
about
make
it.
me
Of
feel
course he
badly about it
couldn't.
ever,
Right.
not in a million years.
But
his
for sure,
friends, you
I
can
think
tell
it
he's
sounds like a past life. Like he's known you multiple lives, so he
Maybe
connects
so,
with
huh?
you deeper.
I love that. I think he
And the
understands
other
me on a
ones-
soulful level.
Yes,
He does. He would never make me feel bad about anything. In fact, he's like, he said, Mom, my friends found your IG page. And I was like, whatever, she's famous. What are you going to do? But he always backs me. He always
I
shows
love that.
love. Me
I love
too.
that. Ah.
And then I know that's what you want, right?
Let's be honest. It's tough for your mom to be, have big titties, a fat ass.
To be, we talked about it before, to be a sexual being, to be a woman.
Right.
You look, there's mom and then there's sexual being. I'm here to say, and I think you are too, to say the two can go together and it's okay.
It is, especially
healthy.
with. I think it's just because society has this patriarchal archetype.
Thank you.
That women are only made to procreate, and that's it.
Wear your pearls.
You're not
and be June
allowed to be
Cleaver.
sexy. You're not allowed to enjoy sex.
Don't
You're
say
not allowed to
fuck.
speak back or even speak up or have dreams. Play
I think it's
small
winding
and be
to the
quiet.
divine feminine. Like women are, like
Finally.
the
And
women
when we get to
empowerment,
just
Me
be
Too movement.
us and be loving and be feminine and fun
Sexy
and creative
sensual and beautiful and
yeah,
supportive.
it allows our daughters to be that, even our sons to
Exactly.
respect women as that.
Exactly. And so then the last two are 9 and the baby girl is 5. I think our daughter she's got 3 older brothers and an older sister who's 21. So she's very close with her, but she's like a little girl she's like raised by boys. So
She's a little
she
bust down
loves
Tatiana,
sports.
we call her.
She does little Tatiana moves. She does. So I'm like, have fun with that, baby.
I'm like, all my girls are good, and I'll have my baby girl be like, Daddy, I want to dance. I'm like, hell no.
No, I'm that way with my daughter. No joke. I'm psycho with my daughter. Psycho.
This man deserves this daughter.
my daughter's 25, and to this day, I'm like, what? Why'd you post that? Take that post down right now.
That is
She's
so
like, okay,
wonderful.
I'm sorry. Like,
And she does
Quick.
it.
Yeah, of
Good
course,
girl. Oh,
Hey, your
you've
daughter
raised
is
her
fly,
well.
though. You got to take that as a compliment.
gorgeous.
You
my
know what I
daughter
mean?
is absolutely beautiful, and we've have a thing was she's not even allowed to even joke about being a porn star or to joke about being a stripper, because I'm not even gonna manifest that, because I live a lifestyle where she will never have to do that.
So she
So
doesn't
what do
have
you dream about? You give me your deepest dream
love
and
that.
life calling, and I will pay for any business to support that.
I'm with that.
So you will never in your life have to even think about what I do.
And I like how she puts a twist on it. She's still sexy, and she knows she's bomb, but she does it classy in her little IG
She has
way.
her own.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's got her own
You can
flair,
tell
which
she's a
is
mother's
very.
daughter, but she does it with that classy edge that's like, hey,
Which
I know
means
my
you
mom.
did a great job in raising her.
Oh yeah, and so at the end of the day, it's also about, because I mean, our whole team is 7-Eleven Media. We talk about branding. So, like, I always start at the end of the day. Don't get me wrong. I'm like, let's just say, like, you were a single mom. You had no baby daddy. Like, you had what you had to do. At the end of the day, I couldn't judge her, but that's not her situation. You have a mom
Gotta
who's going to
step
pay
up your
for
game,
you
sister.
to invest in any business you want.
Yeah.
So you are not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that, because I hold you to a certain standard.
A higher standard.
That what is your goal and dream in life? What is your calling?
That's what we tell our kids. It's
Like
true.
I have your back. So let's go there. So her branding isn't my branding. So sometimes I get it, right? Like the girls are your girls, right? Your girl, they're girls, and they're being cute and they're a little sexy sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm Mama Bear. I'm very protective, and I'll be like, delete that photo, delete that post. I'm like, why would you even post that? She's like, I didn't think about it. I'm like, delete it. And I'm like, remember her dad has to text me. He's like, you see what she posts? I'm like, what? You don't have a fucking phone? Call her. Well, I'm not gonna tell her. I'm like, well, guess what? Then I'm not gonna tell her now on the fact so you can fucking speak up and say something. Like, why do you always make me
That's a
look like
mom
the bad
thing. No,
person?
that's a
Why
mom
are you
thing.
making me
That's a
be the
mom and
bad
daughter
guy?
thing.
I don't want to be the bad guy all
Y'all
the
gotta handle
time.
that. That's like PMS. Y'all gotta talk that out.
Yeah.
We don't want
And
no
so
part
at the
of
end
that.
of the day, I'm always like, if you don't speak up, I'm like, I'm on purposely not gonna say nothing. Because I'm gonna make you speak up and you be
Yep,
uncomfortable.
say something now,
D,
Daddy.
what does she
you
want to
gonna
do you think?
My daughter?
Yeah, what does Jazz want to do?
She loves physical fitness. She loves training.
She has great legs.
Yeah, good
She
genes.
is so committed to train. Like anything she puts her mind to that she wants to do, she will do it at 110%. No doubt.
That's
like
good.
There won't be, I don't have to push
She's
her. I don't have to do
fierce.
this.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have to
Yeah.
do that. And it's just literally a matter of like,
She'll make
she's
it happen.
in her young 20s.
She's mid-20s. Come on, yeah, give her time.
You know, and on the end of too, like like she lived with me, I paid the bills, she didn't have to do too many things. So like recently is our first time where she's not gonna go venture on her own.
Right.
And it was so cute because the other day she literally messaged me, literally from the market. She said, Mom. I said, what? And she's like, I went to the market. I was like, okay.
Great.
And she goes, it was the first time ever I had to look at the prices
Oh yeah, when you
on
just
the food that I bought.
you just do supermarket sweep when it's your mom buying shit.
Oh, shit, throw it in the bag.
Your arm at the cereal aisles, brrr, you know.
And she's
Yeah,
like, she
yeah.
was like, and I was
I
with my
had to
friend.
budget shit.
No, she said, she goes, and I was like, no, we only have like, she goes, I thought, okay, like $60. She's like, I thought would give me food for the week.
Right.
She's like, and we were like at 300. She's like, I was like, take this out, take that out, take this out, take that out. She goes, and I told my friend, damn, you know what? She said, honestly, she's like, I never, ever, ever realized
You never have to think about it.
ever that I was on a budget.
What a beautiful mom you are to
That's literally
make
what
her
she
have an
said.
upbringing that she never had to worry about
That's
it.
literally what she said.
Yep.
She's like, Mom, she's like, I said, we get one chicken breast, one piece of broccoli, and you get one lettuce. Let's
You're
go.
gonna share it.
And she's like, and we're gonna, she's like, and we're gonna cut that in force for the whole week. And she wasn't joking. She literally,
No,
she's
I'm
like,
sure.
I walked out with
Yeah,
that.
yep.
But also too, like I was saying, like I grew up with like a grandmother, my mom and dad. Like, you know, there was times where I come from a family where we were always middle class or above, but there's also times too where like, I mean, my dad, like things were bad, you know, or I was with my grandma, like my
Look
grandma
at a
was always on
strain.
like, you know, my grandma welfare, like there's like grandma welfare. What's it called? Like, when you're older, what's it called? Social Security. So I knew like we go to the 99 store, like, so there was, I always remember being brought up with a grocery list.
Yes.
And I remember thinking like, when I get older, like to
The grocery
me,
list
what
is
I thought
awesome.
was rich is I don't have to have a grocery list. Like I'm going to buy 3 boxes of Lucky Charms. Like to
Yummy.
me, that was being rich.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna put 3 boxes of Lucky Charms on that belt, and it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a name brand bread.
It's the name brand,
that's
not that
literally-
ghetto bread down at the
So
bottom.
when I
where
go to
you-
the market, to me
we have
that's
to
rich.
like dip down and get that
Yeah.
the poor bread. Don't make me get the poor bread.
No, yeah. So literally, to me, like, I've said it so many times, like almost with tears. Like when I go to the grocery store, my daughter doesn't even have to know what it's like.
It's a beautiful
To
thing.
me, I'm like, that's a blessing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
She
there was
just
times where I'd be
supermarket
like-
sweeps it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like to me, that really was a blessing. Like I'll buy 40 boxes of Lucky Charms, no problem.
Exactly.
So to me, like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I go to Gucci, I go on the road for free too, on my own money. But it's that moment as a little kid of me saying, one day I'm gonna buy as much grocery
I love
cereal
it.
boxes as I want because I'm
But
gonna
that's
be
pure,
rich.
though. That's just pure.
Yeah.
That's just pure. Like I will arrive in my mind at what success is,
Right.
and that's what you pass along to her, and she doesn't even have to know the pain.
Correct.
She doesn't even know.
So for my story, with my daughter, 16, 17, she found out things did not go well. And it wasn't so much of what she found out, but it was so much of, I lied.
How did she think you lied to her?
Because I didn't tell her, I started webcamming
Oh,
and I
okay.
didn't tell her.
Did she
And-
want to know?
No, I mean, I mean,
She thinks she does.
honestly,
no.
honestly, she wasn't even trying to know. She wasn't like, I don't know. I think I was like, I used to work at night. I started stripping and then I started doing webcamming. Stripping, I got away with that easy because I was just like, oh, I work at this bar as a bartender.
Right.
So I got
Bye.
away with that with everybody. Like nobody,
Right.
not even my person I was living with thought I was doing anything. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
later on, obviously, I accidentally left the fucking computer on.
Oops.
With the webcam site and like
Oops.
everything came out and I was like, okay, fuck, I got fucked. So her thing wasn't so much what I was doing. It was I lied.
She felt betrayed.
Because we had a promise that no matter what, we would never, ever, ever lie. So she, all her thing is she said was, you're not who I thought you were. And to me, that
would be hurtful.
hurt me the
Yes.
deepest.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, I was kind of like, your daddy ain't paying shit, ain't nobody else ain't shit. Like, I'm paying for everything, you know?
It's all on me, baby girl.
And
but
I
still.
remember, like, even, you know, her dad went to prison for a long time and I supported us. And I remember I've been in therapy since I was 26. I've been in therapy for a long time.
We all have been in
And in therapy, I had a doctor who he was so fucking amazing. He told me, can you make me a promise? And I said, what? He's like, don't ever bad mouth her dad. Whatever you do, no matter how much you hate him, no matter what you find out, don't ever badmouth him. Let her be a child for as long as she could be a kid. And I was like,
That's a gift.
I never thought about that. Like, I didn't experience that. Like,
Me either.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, what
Rude awakening.
What does that feel like? What does it even look like? Like,
In a
I don't
sense,
even
forever.
know.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I did know is my number one goal in life was family, and it was to protect her. So I followed the rules, as was said,
Good girl.
because I was so concerned about her mental and emotional welfare. Whatever my anger or bitterness toward him, I'll handle it when he gets back out. Like, we'll handle that,
I'll
whatever.
deal. I'll
Right,
deal.
we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
And like later on, like growing up, I really got to learn, like, wow, like when she turned 18, he got out, I think he went in when she was really young, got out 18. And again, like, I didn't say not one word, nothing. And later on in life, she really got to learn, like, what he did.
Who he is.
Exactly.
On
and
her own.
and then to this day, so let's just fast forward. People are like, oh, like, you found out, da da da. So fast forward is at the age of 21, my daughter's completely flown around the world, first class in cabins for every single one of her birthdays. So when people want to talk shit about me or come down on me or like try to even come at her, she just laughs. Because at
Your
the
mom's
end of
done a
the
good
day,
job
because
of
at the end
being
of the
a
day, she's
parent.
kind of like, I've been around the world first class. She's lived a lifestyle that honestly, like, I mean, I didn't even know existed before I got into the industry I got into. So like, it's
Low key, that shit doesn't even matter if they feel there's real love.
exactly.
I don't
She
care what
knew
you
loved
do.
her.
Of course.
She knew you loved
My
her.
friends
She came
love her.
first.
Like, everybody loves her. Like, we all love each other. Like, my whole crew, like, we love each other so much. Everybody in my crew, like, my kid is like she's my kid. Like, I always say, like, to my second daughter, you know, like her best friend that
Yes.
came around her, like,
Yes.
like her mom, like, no, at least my second kid. Like, like I got everybody like that. Like, if
That's
I
good.
fuck with you and you have a kid, like, and even anyone that ever dated any one of their kids to this day, I still consider my kid.
That's why she calls you Mama D.
Yeah,
I
Mama
know. I
D.
love that. I heard that.
Mama.
I heard that.
Everybody's
That's what-
mama.
Mama Earth.
Yeah.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Moms, when's this OnlyFans scene coming out?
Let's get to the meat of the issue.
For the people.
After. What time are we at? I'm sure. Oh, we're not even at 2 hours. That's good.
I like it.
Usually
For the
when
people, can we get you two in a scene? Some cocoa butter, massage
oil.
table maybe, or coconut oil? Yeah, I like the oil.
Coconut oil, my
I do
favorite
have a
thing.
massage table.
Oh my
What?
god!
Why do you
That I got
tease
off
me
of-
with these
that
things?
I got off of Amazon.
I went to massage therapy school, girl.
I did too.
Yes,
Word,
yo.
yeah, that's
I
why
actually
you're
did.
so.
I was in a relationship
spiritual.
where this person wasn't okay with what I was doing, and I actually didn't have a problem. I was like, okay, well, if you're gonna handle the bills, like,
I'm gonna
I
do
have
this.
I have no problem. Like,
Yeah.
I'll sit back, take care of me. Shit, I put my feet up. I'll sleep all day. No, actually, I couldn't do that. But I ended up going to massage therapy school
Nice.
because it's something that I love. I love the healing aspect.
It's a gift
I love
of
the
hands-on
emotional.
and touch.
Yeah. So for me as a
Connectivity.
Taurus, I loved every moment of it. Hence broke up. It turned into happy ending massage, but
And
And that's how I ended up getting into then the rest of my career.
really?
Seriously.
Brilliant.
Seriously.
She's like,
and then
I've
from
got
massage,
these magic
happy
hands.
endings, then to stripping, and then to
One kind of segued
bachelor
into the
parties,
next. I love
and then
that.
privates, and then.
Key, you always had a sexual nature, Mama. That's what I love about you.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I always felt like I was like in fourth grade. I remember like, okay, dear Peter, I apologize. I've said this 100 times on all my podcasts. I'm sorry that in preschool I
Peter,
locked
you
you,
know
in the
who you are.
house, the playhouse, and said you had to be my husband. And I remember like there was like a little play bed and laying on top of him. Don't know what I was doing.
You
I
have
just
no
threw him on the
idea.
ground and was like, "You're Peter and you're my husband." That's all I really remember. But I remember like this teacher like breaking the little door open, like, "What are you guys doing?" Because he was crying.
Oh, he was
And I was like-
traumatized.
Let me out.
I think it was like I didn't see that in the movies.
That's the thing, right? And this is the unspoken truth of our day. Nobody really wants to admit how early kids get
Saw
sexual
something, yeah.
or feel something. You don't even have to see something like, okay, I'm only 5. I remember when I was in kindergarten. At nap time, a girl was like, "Oh, you want to see my vagina?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." In
I know,
kindergarten.
I'm like, who?
How'd you know that?
He grew up in New York City, so a little faster,
you're-
a little
But that was
faster.
in Texas, though. That's when my mom took us to Texas. And my mom's a doctor, so I kind of knew about these kind of things. But I'm like, sure, sounds good to me. It sounds naughty,
Dirty.
right? And I think that's the unspoken truth. It's like we don't want to
What
admit.
sign are you?
Sagittarius, baby. Half man, half horse.
Oh, Sagittarius. Oh, this-
December
Saggy
birthday.
and Gemini. Oh shit, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You motherfucker's crazy. You motherfucker's crazy. What
I
sign
asked
are you,
her.
huh?
Capricorn.
Oh, Cap. Yeah, our son's a Cap.
Cap.
December 29th.
Leo and Scorpio.
I'm December 16th.
Oh, so you're December Sagittarius. I like it.
Yeah, Saggy.
Crazy.
But that's
ass
the thing, though.
motherfuckers.
23 years crazy. It works.
That's the thing.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
You know
Like,
what I mean? You
I-
gotta. His crazy rides with my crazy.
What was it?
Exactly.
Dyson's
Worked out.
18 now, so I told
I
her.
told you, like, I don't do really well with super conservative people. Like, we need to
so
match my
like
crazy,
if you
but we
can-
need to have the heart of conservative people.
Exactly.
Because I love the whole
family.
like we're
Yes,
family.
Yes,
At the end of
exactly.
the day, we're family,
Yes.
but like,
But we do some freaky shit, so deal with it. And if
Here's
you
the
don't
thing.
like
I
it,
told her.
then-
I asked her. Right. I said, if I would have ever told you when you were getting your first boob job that one day you'd be at 5,000 cc's and you'd be famous for big boobs.
wait, each one's 5,000?
4,800.
I said, I'll punch you in the dick, is what I said. And then he was like, but then I just have expanders, so they just grow.
She promised me to go to 7 and then she'll go down. 6 or 7, babe.
We got to wait till this shit's over, and then I'll.
I know. We got to wait till
Yeah.
Corona's over, but
No, yeah, I know. I was supposed to get my ass fixed during this whole time period.
Me too. I
Yeah.
want my booty rate done.
Yeah. So we're all waiting for this pandemic
And this
thingy majigger.
dumb shit be over with.
Dumb shit.
Is it done yet?
you go,
Holy
D.
shit.
I'm gonna do breast reduction.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I love your titties.
You know what? Also too, because my career is over in the industry, so I want to like literally just go back to like a C, like a nice C.
Okay.
I'm like I'm like bigger than a triple D.
How many cc's?
1,000 each.
My gauge is
1,000
fucked
each?
off.
So I'm
just gonna
thinking,
say,
like-
I don't know.
600 each. 600 each, and then go back to like my natural booty, just so like. When you like I'm like in different like I'm trying to do like TV, I'm trying to do film, I'm trying to.
I want to do all that shit. Having a
Same
ridiculous
wave.
ass body. I love that
Oh,
shit.
you can.
I want to be 80 years old with 5,000 cc titties and be like,
Shit.
Thank
just
you.
what?
We'll still
my
be married.
back
We'll still be
hurts.
together.
Honestly,
Yeah,
my back does not hurt.
My back hurts.
My neck
back
once in a while,
hurts.
but he massages. I got a massager right here.
I don't got nobody.
Yes, you do.
It's just me and my
I
bed.
told you to come to Newport, didn't I? Come grounding and get
At the end of the day,
massaged.
honestly, like my back hurts, like everything, like my pants don't fit right. Like I want to be able to be on stage and just feel comfortable.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like be like, okay,
Just
like
as long as you're
like I'm
comfortable,
comfortable in
whatever-
my
yes,
body.
as long as
you
you're
know?
comfortable in your
And I
body,
could,
I know
like,
that's
do my
different.
motivational speeches. I could like speak. At the end of the day, like that's really. But trust me, like I loved every minute of
I'm
where I was
loving
at.
all the minutes right
but
now,
it's I
actually.
feel like we're all at different stages at some point.
It's true.
You know,
It's true.
'Cause like you said, he's even like, okay, at 7,000 cap, then go back down or whatever it is. Like we all have our little things. But for me, I just feel like I'm just done with that arena, you know? But I love everything about it because that's all my seminars are going to be about sex. You know, but at the end of the day, like for me, it's like my fucking back hurts. It really does. Like
you have-
and my tits, like they hang so low. Like
Do you
you
have
can't even see my
implants?
waistline. Yeah, I have implants. Yeah. And then my whole like the fake ass stuff that like got me like I got sick. I was in the hospital for so long. Like I'm just trying to be healthy.
That shit would be scary and frustrating.
Right.
I can
like,
imagine.
I'm just trying to be healthy.
You're like, just get all the garbage out of my
Yeah.
system.
No,
please.
exactly. Yeah. Like I just want to be back to being
Blame you.
healthy.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
For me and all your fans, it's a sad
welcome, we will.
day. You know, damn. I'd like to see you up there on a motivational stage. That
Wait. How about you get to
Big
see me
booty.
on the fucking Grammy Award? Wait,
Oh, I'd
Grammy,
love
the
to
Emmy
see.
Awards. Emmy
Emmy would be
movies.
nice. Yeah, Emmy.
I'll be in the Emmy Awards.
This is what I want to do. I want to
be
make her like a
like-
Wendy Williams, but like a
I
little
guess I'm gonna do a little
classier.
shimmy on the red carpet, like, and I'm
And
still a
s-
porn star. Hey.
Hey, she needs some sauce like you.
Just have to flex the
She needs some hot sauce like you.
No, literally, like I'm gonna be the like Oprah Winfrey, but the sexy Oprah Winfrey.
Duh.
So this is what you
Same.
got to do. You got to tell men how to get a woman like you, and you got to tell women how to get like you. Because even though you're done and your career's done, there's a host of women. She's got
That are
like over 5,000
waiting.
emails.
No,
Sure.
that's exactly what.
That's what I need you on.
So I don't know if you know, you don't think you know my story, but for 7 years now, I've been training in transformational training, life coach training, NLP, like and I've trained with every biggest name brand person ever that trains in those industries. So I've been training because at the end of the day, that's where I want to ultimately go. Because I can't just put on the suit and walk into Sony and be like, hey, listen to me, you be a billionaire. That's just not my brand. But
You make something that so many people are fucking with that Sony's coming to you.
hold on, that's what I'm telling you. But hold on. But what I can do is put on a sexy little suit, walk into Sony and say, how many of you have marriage issues? How
Every
many of the women
single
in-
executive is
Right?
going to say,
Like,
there's a
how
problem
many of
here.
you?
How many of you have escorts and side chicks on the side?
Every single hand will be raised if they're honest.
Oh wait, where's my phone? I have all your phone numbers on my phone dials.
I got your real number, your burner number. I got your side chick number. Got it
No,
all.
but literally, that's literally kind of what my training is really going to be about. Is like why your man hires me. At the end of the day. And how many husbands and wives, if we can make it some kind of commercialized way, will like literally be like, oh shit.
That's a
She's
question
got
for
that
the
way.
guys out there. How does a normal, average, everyday Joe get next to you? Attracted to him, but just have some kind of relationship.
A, because they're a fan, or B, because they're trying to date me?
If I'm one of your OnlyFans and I'm just
Okay.
saying, hey, I just want to get next to you, I want to
My
start some kind of
OnlyFans.
relationship.
I personally talk to those.
You got to invest something in me, right? Show me you're more
Gotta
than
see
just talk.
more. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They want
That
to
is
have
true.
more
Yeah,
than,
yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
They got to come with more.
And I say, yeah, it is true. 'Cause at the end of the day, like it's kind of like I have a funny YouTube video. So you guys go to my YouTube, click up, look down. But I always talk about how to get that hot Instagram girl. And I always say, A, send her a fucking big amount of money, gift certificate to Victoria's Secret. Send her your Instagram name and everything. I promise you she's gonna send you a thank you. And she's gonna always recognize you.
Absolutely.
From that moment on as, oh, he's a real fan. Like he
Right.
really putting effort in.
Right.
Because honestly, I remember everybody who's
too.
ever sent me an Amazon gift, a Victoria's Secret
Yep.
gift card.
It stays with you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember everybody,
I agree.
my OnlyFans, everything, and website, like we know about their handles, like how much they've spent, what they've done. And I always feel if you're investing time in me, like you're going to get my undivided attention.
Well, you turn
Period.
around and invested in them because they
Right.
took the first step to say, hey, I'm extending this to you. You mean something
Right.
to me. So then a little light goes off in your head that says, oh, wait, I can extend this to
Right.
somebody else. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
I get it. So that's
Yes,
the first.
definitely.
That's the first thing. That's the way financially. makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
honestly, at the end of the day, no joke, no cap. I mean, it's no cap.
No cap.
Where did you
That's
get
a
that
thing.
from? Where
No
did you
cap.
get that
My
from?
boys
No,
say no
Allie.
cap. No cap. She said it. No cap.
What does that even mean? But at the end of the day, it ultimately comes down to if you're somebody that like I wouldn't normally be attracted to, like honestly, the amount of money you're gonna invest in my website, into my Amazon wish list,
My
or
visions,
whatever
my
it is.
dreams, my goals, whatever it is.
Yes.
Yep. I agree.
Relationships with men who have done that.
Actually, I gave up the industry for 2 years over somebody who was a client that I fell in love with the minute we met. And it was crazy. Like he flew me out.
I can believe that.
He flew me out to Geneva. And it was like, I mean, probably the first time in my life I've ever believed in some crazy past lives. Like every time we made love, like there was tears in our eyes. I mean, this is like first time meeting somebody.
You're like, come on, dude.
And then the day I left, the night before, he was crying and he was holding me. And every time I closed my eyes, I kept having kind of flashbacks to somewhere at some time. Like there was nothing fake about it. You know what I mean? And it's at the point like too, like I don't kiss, I don't hug, I don't do cuddle, I don't know none of that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, it was just like, it was so deep and it was so
powerful.
It was like 2 years off and on. And obviously like he lived in Dubai, I lived here. So it was just such a hard relationship, but it really was like, he was like, give up everything. And I was like, I don't have a problem, but like I still need to make the same amount of money. I have my same bills paid for me and my daughter. And it wasn't a problem.
Therapy school with? Or was that a different?
Oh, no. That was my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, that's word.
Yeah, that was, oh yeah. He was after her. Yeah.
Tell me about Dubai. What's the craziest story?
There is none.
Really?
The things you hear, I don't have. Honestly, to this day, I wish everybody, Dubai is the one place I'm the most respected. I'm the most respected. The people in Dubai are so scared of the authorities. They're so scared of being like the cops. Like they're so straight edge.
They toe the line.
They're so religious. Like they have so much respect for women. So much respect for them. Like they don't like, you don't walk down the street like, hey, what's up? Or
Just go out in this dress though.
Oh no, never. That would
You
never
have to
happen.
be.
Yeah, that would never happen. No. Yeah,
Gotta
there's
be
no
covered.
way I would walk out.
Is that against the law?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's against the law,
You're
Against
just
the-
smarter than
but
that.
you would feel really stupid.
She's
You would.
got a head on her.
Like at the end of the day, you'd be like, okay, like you look stupid, like, and at the end of the day, like you're there to blend in. You're there. Oh,
KYP. KYP, sis.
Okay.
exactly. Yes.
So you do as you do, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Yes.
Just low key. I always call them my tarps. I wear these big, huge tarps that just make me look like the fat lady. And then I pass and people are like, wait a minute. Exactly. You thought. No, I'm already gone. So it doesn't matter. Like when you try to go to PTA meetings or you try to do grocery shopping and shit.
Okay, come on. I know you have to have one crazy ass PTA story. Come on, or one parent conference meeting. Because I have one crazy story. I know you gotta have one. Where's
When
Jasmine?
you go in there and
Can
your
we,
son's like,
FaceTime her right
all
now?
of my friends saw your IG, and the dads are like this,
Can
with
we
the
FaceTime
with the
her? You have one?
oh
Fuck.
Jesus.
Can someone FaceTime
Yeah,
Jasmine, please?
their left hand is underneath the table at the picnic tables,
Shut
and their right hand is out like this. And I'm like, babe, you might be jerking off. Oh my god!
Hey,
You're like, oh
hey, that's
God.
the best fundraiser they've ever been
Oh
to.
my
I
god!
guarantee it.
He's like, baby, they earned this, and I was like, oh, I hate
Okay.
my life.
So shit. I think I was. Jasmine was third grade. I'm gonna say third grade. Okay, third grade, maybe fourth. And we used to have nannies, right? And I remember like I was out the night before, right? We were like having a good time, whatever. And in the morning, then I dropped off Jasmine at school in the morning. I was like, cool, right? Go home. I'm gonna sleep all day. And I'm reminding you, I'm like, okay, cool, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed.
You have a whole plan in your
No,
head.
I did. You've been partying too long. You're like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I have enough time to sleep to pick her up from school. Boom. I think, was it a pagers back then? How long was pagers?
Probably.
I'm trying to think it was at pagers. Like this is how
Probably
long
a
ago.
pager.
So
Yeah, it was that
that's
long
10
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
So it might have been a pager. So I remember being like, fuck, okay, like checking it. And I had to call maybe back a phone number and I was like, hello. And then Jasmine was like, hi mom. And I was like, what's going on? She's like, it's parent conference. I'm like, when? As of when was it parent conference?
like, right now.
She's like, oh, there was a problem at school today. She wants you to come in. I'm like, when? She's like, today. And I said, today is like in 15 minutes. And mind you, like,
Get
I
up.
was like hungover.
Brush your teeth,
right?
wash your
And so I
face,
thought-
get ready,
I
get
was
a hat
like-
on, and let's go.
I'm like, okay, well, let her know your mommy's not picking you up. Your babysitter's picking you up. your mommy will meet with her tomorrow. Like, I was not in a mind frame, right? She's like, okay, no problem. So, and I literally had thrown on like a black Hustler t-shirt with like the booty shorts to sleep in. And I just got a big hoodie, wrapped it, put my like slippers on like I'm wearing now. Had my hair up and was like all hungover, like, okay, I'm picking her up, da-da-da. I get to the school, right? And mind you, there's no cars left, nothing, everything, right? And I was like,
barren wasteland.
yeah.
No
and then she pulls up the car and she's like, Mom. I said, what? She goes, the teacher said no problem. She'll wait for you. And I was like, holy fuck. Holy
I gotta
fuck.
meet this bitch
I'm
now.
like, I can't walk in like this. And she said, no, you have to. She's
Ass
like,
hanging out.
She's like, there was this girl. She's like, little girl got her diamond earring stolen. We have to go and the cops are here. And I was like, what the fuck? You're third grade. I was like, oh my God. Okay. I'm like, act normal. So when
You're
get
cool.
my-
I'm cool. I'm
have, like,
cool.
a hoodie
Pulling
around
it
my
down.
chonies tied with my chanclas all like with a Hustler tank top on with no bra.
Because you're hiding, sis. I know it.
And I was
know
like
it.
all cool like this. I was like,
So what's up?
No one wants a hot mom.
what's up?
And they're like, we already know what the problem is. You're like, shut up.
No, and honestly, she
Don't
had
judge me.
her little teacher. She was so mind you, I don't argue. I'm not. I'm like peacemaker. So we ended up getting into it, and she was like, "So you know that your daughter stole diamond earrings?"
no.
I'm like, "My daughter's 9 years old. She don't even know what the fuck a real diamond earring is.
I don't.
How many CVVS it is? How many numbers? What the fuck? Like, how the fuck is my daughter gonna know that this little girl was wearing
She
diamond
doesn't
fucking real
know
earrings?"
clarity cut, and no, she doesn't know.
Right? And she was like, wow, my daughter, I know who she hangs out with. I'm like, my daughter's 8 years old. I'm not asking her who her friends are, who her mom and dad's parents are. Like,
Right.
She's in fucking
Third grade.
I never met her friends. Well, you should be meeting them. I'm like, what do you mean I should be meeting them? I pick her up, I drop her off, and I come home. Like, that's it. Like, nobody ever comes over. Like, I was, okay, don't, like, one thing not to insult me on is being a mom. Wrong area. Like,
That's
I could have
me
walked
too.
down to anything.
That's me
At that
too.
point, I was like, okay, no.
Now you touched it.
I'm going to take my hoodie off. Bitch. Like,
Getting the earrings out. You
like, I was
touched a
like
button.
so upset. And she was like, well, you know, because if it was my daughter, like, I would know who she's taking. I'm like, dude, she's in third grade. She's never brought her friend home. I don't know none of her friends. It's your job. You're her teacher. You tell me who she's hanging out with. How do you not know who my daughter's hanging out with? Like, who do you have in your class that's stealing? So I guess somebody on the school bus, mind you, my daughter don't take a school bus. I drove her every day to school. I guess somebody in the school bus took like a kindergarten's earrings, and they were real. So whoever took them happened to be my daughter's best friend. So she gave one to my daughter and one to the other best friend and said, you're both my best friends. So here's our best friend token. You wear one and you wear one.
Uh-oh.
She's in third grade. She's not thinking, oh, this girl
They don't know
stole
that
it.
it's like stolen
They don't
merchandise.
know anything. Yeah. So anyways, so at that point, I'm like, I'm not leaving. You better call the cops. Like, you better call all their fucking parents. Call the little girl from the preschool. Like we're gonna find out what's going on.
Call
I'm like,
CPS, it's on.
No, like literally, like everyone showed up. Like the principal had to show up. Like I was like, I would be half naked. Like I'm not leaving this. Like, don't insult me. You woke me up from a hangover. Like,
I'm mad.
We're gonna discuss this shit now. Like, on some real parent shit.
You got me up. Now let's
So
go.
literally everybody showed up. Everybody ended up showing up. At the end of the day, the first little girl that did it, she was like, well, you know, like, it happened to be her little sister. It wasn't even like a random girl. A little sister took her, like, an older sister for a little sister. And they were trying to blame, I was like, and you're gonna blame my daughter? So all the, like, parents were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry,
We're
I'm so
so
sorry. And I
sorry.
was
You're
like, fuck you.
fuck
I'm
this
fucking
shit.
hangover. I'm trying to fucking sleep.
You got me out of bed for this shit? I'm done. Don't ever call me on some bullshit again.
But I honestly believed it because the minute I asked my daughter, mind you, like my daughter is brutally honest, and I keep trying to
To a
tell her
fault.
sometimes you shouldn't
Tame
be
it down
honest.
a little, yeah.
And she's like, but that's just who I am. I'm like, sometimes you just gotta tame it down. So we're still working on that to this day. She's still brutally honest, and she told me from the beginning. She's like, Mom, my little best friend gave me an earring. She said, you're my best friend. Gave it to the other girl.
Here it
You're
is.
my
Yep,
best friend.
yep.
So wear it all day. She's like, that's all I knew. Next thing I knew that they were like, you didn't want me to come in, da-da. And the lady kept pointing me out of everybody.
Well, naturally.
And I was just like, hey,
Don't
now we
be
have a problem.
cute.
Like, you're pointing me. Like,
Don't
why are
be
you pointing me
cute.
out?
Don't be cute because your daughter stole because you're cute. That's really what it boils down to. You have no morals because you're hot. I don't
even
get
then,
that
it was
shit.
so funny because at the end of the day, when the other girl was like, I'm so sorry, it was my little sister's earrings. And I was like,
Bam.
can I get a sorry?
We're going to go.
Right? Because we're finally opening up to the idea that women can be sexy, sexual, and still be classy, have opinions, be talented.
It's starting to open up. It needs to open
With
up
social
more.
media,
I'm
people
about
are
to kick that
understanding.
bitch
Okay,
in.
what are you doing with your social media? If there's 1,000 selfies of you,
But you
that's
know
what you
what?
are.
But I kind of get though where the world thinks it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because can we not say, let's just say in the industry of let's just say 40 women, period, in our industry. Not nobody close to us, just 40 random women, not
Right.
nobody close. Because our
Right.
close, I feel that your close friends are going to be real motherfuckers and my close are real motherfuckers. Let's just pick 40 random girls that are not in our circle.
Got it.
And we were to judge them for who they are, they would probably 90% fit in that category of what they're being judged for.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah, there's a
So
lot of
I get it.
nutcases in there.
So I get.
But that's why
the
you two are so
Stereotypes don't
special.
start for no reason.
that's
So I
why-
get that. Like I get that.
agree.
So
That's
for
why
me,
the world
it's,
needs you.
it's like like when
I
do
agree.
the real ones get to step in and say, hey, like I'm not like the others. I'm not this. I'm not that.
Well, I just want to
This is
show
who
you
I
what
am.
I am. I'm not going to sit up there and refute what I'm not. I'm not going to fight for what. Say I'm not
yeah.
this. I'm not this. I'm not this.
I'm all,
Here's what I
hashtag
am.
hoe is life.
Here's what I am. Here's what I love. Here's what
I love
claim.
Amber Rose.
I love
Slut walk, hashtag
Me
hoe is life.
too. Me too. I love
likes
an
some young
ass.
boys
Oh,
too, right?
no
Hashtag
problem.
me too. Yeah. And at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
it's to stop teaching our children
Shame and guilt with sex.
shame and guilt with sex.
As
but
women.
it is about teaching. I feel like the Me Too movement and the Hoe is Life movement is about boundaries. Like men, you cannot fucking roofie me and gang rape me. That's not okay.
Unless I said roofie me and gang rape me. I mean, I'm not talking from personal experience. I'm just saying,
I get it.
If
Yeah.
that's your thing, then fucking
That's what
let
I'm
that
saying.
be your
It's,
thing.
it's about setting boundaries. Or hey, I've had one too many drinks just because I might be moaning, but my eyes aren't open. No, it's not
I didn't
motherfucking
say
okay.
you. Yeah, I didn't say you could put it in me.
Yeah,
Yep,
like
I agree.
there's a
I
lot
agree.
of things that we can also say with women
true.
is
It's
hey,
true.
guess what? I feel like maybe sometimes some girls might be promiscuous because they think, well, if I sleep with them, I'm gonna get love. No, honey, darling,
The opposite of love. Love yourself
you
first.
will.
Fine.
A man will not love you because you opened your legs. That's never ever gonna happen.
Nope, you're right.
You need to be loved first.
Love yourself.
If you're looking
first.
for love, and then meet someone that respects the fact that you don't want to have it. I always say that at the end of the day, let's just say like, I'm not looking for somebody to fuck me. How about you fucking date me for 3 to 6 months without no sex?
Could you imagine?
Would you actually date me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Because at that point,
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh shit, like you're on some real shit.
Yeah, like, can you get me, understand me on a soul level?
Right.
Who am I?
So I feel like as young women, that's where I want to step in, and we get to step in as
We get to,
Guess
and we
what?
can.
We get to step
We
in and be
can.
like, "Hey, let me teach you something, honey bunny." I get it. Your little Daisy Dukes are really cute, but are you looking for love, or are you looking to be a hoe? Because at the end of the day, if somebody wants to be a hoe, like,
No problem.
That's your
no
business.
problem. Do it. Do
But
it. Been it. Done it. Love it.
But
no
I want to
problem.
say like 80% of women are looking for love. They're looking for the dad that didn't have.
It's true.
They're looking
That's
for the
facts. I agree with
security
that.
of somebody to take care
I
of them
agree
that
with that.
wasn't there to take care of them. And at the end of the day, if that's what you're looking for, stop opening your legs. Period. That's
bars.
not going to get you you have to set boundaries. I guess so. Well,
then-
sign up for our next seminar. Because we can keep going on.
What if I'm a hot girl, right?
I'm a 22-year-old hot girl. I look good. I got my little Instagram following, 20,000 followers. I think I'm doing something, right? What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to, I look up to you. You're beautiful. I like everything you do. I love what you stand for. What? I'm supposed to go get a job at an office working a 9 to 5 for 15, 20 bucks an
How
hour?
is life? Do you. Do your thoughty on a shit. That's fine. But I still think that I still think they're going to have to look for something. There has to be more depth. If you're looking for a man at that age, are they looking for a man? What are they looking for?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So honestly, at the end of the day, but first of all, it don't matter what age you are. It could be my daughter, it could be my best friend, it could be my guy best friends, it could be my workers.
Yeah.
My question is this: what do you love in life?
Makes you
What
happy.
makes
What brings
you
joy?
happy?
What brings you joy?
Good. What if I want, I like all the likes. I like the attention. I like getting men
That's only going to
aroused.
last for so long, but ride with that. Ride with that. I have no problem with that because love it.
From there, we could be like, okay, so then what are you good at? Do you want to do fitness? Do you want to be modeling? Like there's
What's your
there's
demographic?
1,000 million possibilities out of somebody who wants to be famous. You could be a comedian. You could be a cook. You could be a talk show host. You could be. There's so many. Nothing.
Options.
None of it has to do with taking off your clothes. It's about opening up the possibility that everything is possible 100% of the time. But unfortunately, sometimes a lot of young girls, we don't know that there's more possibilities. So a lot we will go to what's easy, or where we have to go for the moment, especially if you're a single mom.
Right.
Because like you're trying to
You
get a
do
house
what's
and a
necessary.
car, like,
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna-
got
yeah, exactly.
bills to pay,
So
hungry mouths
my
to feed.
question to that girl, like, Mike, I've been on set with 18-year-old girls where I'm like, why are you here? Do you not have any dreams? Where's your mom? Where's your dad?
I am your mom,
Like,
goddamn.
what did you think for life? I it will bother me. I'll be like you didn't have a dream? Like, what did you want to be when you were 3? You want to be a ballerina? Do you want to be an actress? Like, do you want to be an astronaut? Like, what did you want to be? Who told you could never be that?
Stop. What if I'm a sexual person? I'm an exhibitionist. I don't mind showing it. I make a little cash.
Then
and
fucking
this
own
is
it.
on my-
Then
That's what I said.
motherfucking own it.
Revel in that space
If
and
that's
time that
who
you're in
someone
right there.
is,
Then do it.
own it.
Do it.
Because I get it.
Do
Hoe
it.
is life. I know lots of men.
Me too.
Hoe is life. Own it. Own the fact that you're a hoe. Own the fact that you're not monogamous.
Celebrate that
Own
shit
who you
and love
are.
it. Exactly.
Because let a woman walk up to you and get into a relationship knowing what she's signing up for.
Yep. And he knowing what he's signing up for.
Right.
Absolutely.
As opposed to like him
I'm with
being
it.
like, oh no, like
This
I'm
is my
conservative
girl
and I
that
would
I'm gonna
never do
marry, and
this.
she's
So
like,
You're the
basically,
one
what
that's
you're
gonna
saying is
change
like the
me.
dope game, right? Do what you got to do, but have an exit plan. Have an exit strategy.
Plan B always. I like a plan B.
I don't think that had anything to do with somebody asking what they want to do for a living.
But what if it's like, okay, I don't know what I want to do. I'm 25. Fuck it. I want guys to buy me nice shit, designer shit, buy me whips, take me nice places.
Well, I'd rather hear that than a bitch be fucking walked all over and have, like,
Yeah, that's true too. Right?
Be
Or-
like,
How can
oh
we
my
direct
God,
her?
I'm
So
crying
he's
over my
asking, how
fifth
co-
guy that
He's
cheated on
asking,
me.
how can we direct her though? Like if her dream and her goal in life is to be like, I want Louis Vuittons, I want.
Again, so
You know.
then that's when I would ask her, what is your calling in life? Because at the end of the day, every single person in this room, if I was to say close your eyes for 3 minutes, and what in your heart truly inspires happiness? Is it helping others? Is it building houses? Is it
Playing the saxophone?
dancing?
Is it-
Yeah. Is it music? Like, is it singing? Is it rapping? Like, is it being a mom? Because some people, their calling in life is to be a good fucking mom. So, like, I cannot ever put someone down
Can't
for
shit
wanting
on
to
what
be
their
home with
dreams
God
are. Yep,
with
that's
5
right.
kids. That's what God called them for. That was their calling. Like, I want to be home, come on. Or I want to be a preschool teacher. So that my first question is, what is your calling?
What fills you
That's
with
what they
joy?
should be teaching in school.
Yes.
Along with English, math, and history, they should be teaching
damn
that. Asking
straight.
that
Like, what
question.
Fuck
makes you
home
happy?
economics.
'Cause at
What's
the
your
end of the day,
passion?
like I would never
I don't
ever,
need to sew
ever do
nothing.
anything.
Just tell me what I love.
that
Let me
I
say
don't,
what I
that
love.
I don't, I'm not enjoying
Yep,
doing.
it's true.
There's a lot of things I don't enjoy doing. I've never done a gangbang. Like there's certain things, like there's a lot of things I haven't done yet.
Oh yeah, I was looking for a gangbang
But-
video. I couldn't find one. Damn, you never
it's
done
just
that?
In
not on my
private, in
list.
private
Why not?
life, have you?
No.
What? Oh,
No, yeah.
Why
it's
not?
just certain things. It's just not my cup
Not
of
our
tea.
thing.
Too grimy?
Nothing about grimy. It just doesn't turn me on.
It doesn't turn you
I'm
on.
more of a lovemaker.
Yep.
The lovey
Same.
girl.
I'm like, I'm
Bars.
passionate.
Yeah, I try to get her to do a gangbang. She always holding out.
It doesn't fill my soul with joy.
I'll hire you a bitch.
You know,
Let me know how that goes. I'll see you in the
I got a
morning,
bitch
babe.
who'll do it. I'm deuces out and I'm going to sleep.
for the people. I'm asking for the people. That's all.
The people can fuck off. Because I still have to look in the mirror. If it doesn't do anything for me, then I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's ultimately so super true. That
you know,
is
like
so
I just
true.
like I need it to just move
like
me
everything.
in a way.
Like I have to love what I do.
Yep. That's
You
why I
know?
say I love it in the ass. Like
Yeah.
I'm all day.
Like
have I done it on
you
camera?
honestly have
One
to love it.
time.
And I always tell people too, don't ever do something you don't want to do.
Yep.
It's that simple. And I've honestly learned that in porn, the bigger my name got, the less I had to fucking do. And I was like, holy fuck, the bigger my name
This is
got, the less
awesome.
I had to do. I can just lay here and do nothing.
You're like,
I just
I'm-
showed up. And my name's on the film. This is dope.
This is
I'm like,
awesome.
I don't even want to lick it. How about that? Oh, no problem. We're still going to film you. I'm like, oh shit, really?
Wonderful.
This is dope.
My lipstick's not going to get ruined.
I was like-
I love this.
I just got my lip pills
Contour
yesterday.
on point.
Okay, so let me ask you, where do you see this going? 5 to 10 year plan. Where do you want to be?
I need a 5-year plan. I see like a next year plan.
Okay, next
For
year.
sure. Well, I mean, this year we already have my first seminar set up, and for sure I see in 2 to 3 years, like me already doing like couples intimacy coaching, 100% of the time. Traveling the world, around the world, like exotic places. Yes.
I want to be the client behind the doors. So I would like hands-on experience.
Like that's what
Hands
I see.
on
like,
something.
Like I see myself like having my own like talk show, like lifting like women up, like even like you're talking to young girls. Like I could be like, hey, like just really setting boundaries. At the end of the day, it really is don't do anything you don't want to fucking do. And a lot of time women do.
So you get a call
Because they
in.
want to like
Hey, Miss
bow down
Kiki,
to a man and they want him to like her so bad.
girl from Tennessee. All I want to do is get out of my old small town. All the boys think I'm cute. I've slept with half of them. I'm related to the other half. I want to come out to LA. I want to be a big
Okay.
star. I'm going to get into the adult industry. I like sex. I don't really have any goals, but I just like feeling good. And
If that is what makes them feel good, then do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get used. I don't want to get abused and played
Okay,
and taken advantage
then
of.
that's not in alignment with their calling. Those two beliefs are not in alignment.
But how do I be sexy and enjoy sex and be exhibitionist, but not get like fucked over and used and ran through, taken advantage of?
So my question is this: one, are you looking for love? If you're looking for love, that's easy. Stop fucking motherfuckers with your legs open. Because she's just saying, I don't want to be used. Then stop fucking sleeping with people.
Don't give your energy to anything that doesn't deserve it. It's bottom line.
And so what happened, it was a guy will meet a girl and he'll be like, you're cute, but guess what? I'm in a relationship. Or you're cute, or you're crazy. I
but I
don't want
just
to be
want
with
to fuck.
you.
And they're like, okay.
And the girls are thinking, no, I'm that one girl that's going to change you.
Exactly.
If I fuck you,
My pussy is amazing.
that
and you're going to
best.
love it forever.
You're going to commit
It's
to
like,
me. Or if I get pregnant with you, for sure, I'm going to tie you
This is the
down.
baby that
You're
will
never
win
going to leave
everything.
me.
Yeah.
Like, those are the biggest lies ever for a woman to believe. And unfortunately, a lot
Plenty
of
of
young
women
women
believe
believe
it.
it.
Yep.
I know girls my age believing it.
Facts.
So what's the answer then? Find what I love doing?
I have a good friend that just believed it not too long ago.
The answer actually comes down to self-love.
What do I
Who
love
are
doing?
you?
I just want to
What-
get out of my town. I don't know who I am
what do
yet.
you love? So for her to be like, I'm looking for love, why would you fuck the whole town?
I'm not really looking for love though.
She's not looking for love.
I'm not looking for love. I'm just looking for a good time, but I don't want to get taken advantage of.
So then I would ask her, what is your passion and calling in life? If right now, if I was to give you $1 million for the rest of your life every single day,
Money wasn't
and
it.
you knew that you could touch, move, and inspire the world in one way, what would that calling be?
Okay, that's a good place to start. I like
Because
that.
then I get to connect with her authenticity.
You find out
Do
what
you know
she
what I mean?
loves.
Because
who
I
she
feel
is.
like a lot of times women who, like, I'll say the same thing. Like when we're really young and promiscuous, something probably happened to us, molestation, something somewhere, that caused us to learn sexuality before we were even supposed
prepared
to learn about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So who were you before that was introduced to you?
What if I'm just
If
a sexual
you weren't to
person?
have
I've never
sex-
been molested. I've never been. I just
So
like sex.
That's what I'm saying. So then we could go there. So if you were never to have sex, then what is your calling in life? Like, what do you love?
What moved you?
I just want
Is
to
it
shop.
animals?
I just want to live that Beverly Hills lifestyle. I just want to have nice cars, take vacations.
So then you could. It can go so many ways. So like, you want to be an actress? Do you?
Yeah, I like acting.
Do you love fame? So like, can you sing? Can you rap? Like, can you dance? Can you write? Can you produce?
Just
Can you
saying,
direct?
what other skill set
There's-
do you have that can
you can be
deserve the
famous
spotlight,
and marry
essentially?
these men of a certain elite lifestyle without having to suck dick for a living.
Vanessa Bryant.
Well, she got him when she was early.
She did, but she also
Real
knew
talk.
what she was looking for. You think she didn't go to Marina High School and know that's she's like, oh, she saw somebody with a vision. You think she didn't link onto that and see something inspirational about that? Of course she did.
I mean, that's
It's
attractive
smart.
to everyone.
It's a smart
Drive,
thing to
right?
do. It's brilliant, actually. I don't hate on it.
Not everybody's got Vanessa Bryant's looks and talents. Let's be honest.
First
Some
of all,
from
that girl is
ain't Vanessa
beautiful,
Bryant.
and she actually figured it out pretty early.
Yeah, she was
Right?
smart, but I think that was
Honestly,
real love.
I think it really came down to, as Kobe says it, she is just the one he had that connection with.
You know what?
And he says that all the time.
and
There's
I
nothing
heard- and I
specific.
heard that
it
he-
was just she's the one that there was that connection.
He knew her buttons to push in a good way too. Like he knew how to get to her. I heard that he learned the Moonlight Sonata because that was her favorite song by Beethoven. So he learned to play it on the piano and he wooed her with that song. And I
Damn,
was
that's
like,
next level pimping.
dude, I would crumble. Please learn the Moonlight
No, I'm
Sonata.
not
If you
learning
could
that
learn chopsticks, I might lose my mind.
I've been married to a pianist for 23 years and I still don't know
And
how to
he's
play that
fucked off
motherfucker.
all of it.
I should be babyface by now.
You should be. What's wrong with you?
Because you're creative.
I just
You're
love
an
to.
artist.
Yes. Yeah. it's
Okay,
true.
what time we at now?
Exactly 2 hours.
Okay,
Hey.
perfect.
So
we're
can we
gonna
let
end
the
this.
fans know? I mean, can we expect a scene from you two? Hot oil?
I'm down for everything
Rub
and
down
anything that
massage?
this beautiful woman wants of her.
Ditto. Yes.
Okay. Oh, you
So there
heard it
you
here
go.
first.
Follow us
Today.
both. Let's
Stay
plug in her
tuned.
social media.
Allegra Cole World at Gmail, Allegra Cole at IG, A Cole Industries. Get at me. You know I love people. Women, I'm here to support you.
Honestly,
And-
you are such a beautiful, beautiful soul.
I love you. Thank you.
Like
are
literally,
you.
like having a conversation with a woman is so different. I'm
I mean,
loving.
it's
I
me
loved
too.
every
Me
minute of it.
too. Me too. It's,
was really
it's just
nice.
really grounding and authentic.
Yeah.
It's nice. When are you coming to Newport though? That's real talk. Let's go.
Right now,
Okay, let's go. Today,
God knows I have
Junior,
some cobwebs growing.
I can dust them off, separate.
Cheers! Here's to
Salute.
day 4 with Bunny and birthday.
I like your crew already. Bunny's your drinking girl? Not anymore.
oh, she'll love you. And you
I
know
would
she's
love
like me
her.
and You.
What?
Dude, we're crazy spiritual.
I like
So
it.
she has a father who passed, and I have a gift of like people whose family have passed. Like I connect with people who've lost people like this. So Bunny's dad, how great is? I knew him 20 years ago. I knew him.
Like,
before
knew
he
him for
passed.
real?
Yes, I met him. He was my ex-boyfriend's best friend.
You.
So when we were talking one time, just drunk as fuck out of nowhere,
That's usually how it happens.
right? And it was like 9 a.m. in the morning. We were on a good one. Like, we didn't even do drugs. We just like drink. And we were just talking, and she was like, my dad was a Mongol. And I was like, shit. I'm like, my ex was a Mongol. And I knew he passed like 20 years ago. And I was just like, he was the one that was stabbed at the Laughlin thing with the Hell's Angels and the Mongols. And I was like, why does it sound so familiar? And I was like, what's his name? She said Bronson. And I was like, so mind you, I haven't talked to my ex in probably like 8 years. Not that's a bad thing or good thing. We just
Right.
had to talk. And I messaged him, right? Wait, I messaged my ex, right? I think Noelle knows the story. His name's Gio, and I was like, do you remember? I'm like, because he used to come to the club all the time. I worked at a strip club where all the Mongols would come. And I was like, do you remember someone named Bronson? And he literally texts me back, are you joking? I'm like, no. He texts me back his whole forearm. There's a whole photo of Bronson with the name on
his
Bronson
arm?
on
Oh,
his
damn.
forearm. And I was like, oh my fucking God, that's Bronson? He's like, He's like, how do you not remember that was my best friend? I'm like, guess who I'm sitting next to right now? High as fuck. And he was like, cool. I'm like, Bunny. He's like, little Bunny? I was like, yeah. He's like, he goes, oh my God. He's like, so he was like he told me all this stuff about Bunny. So he sent me all these photos he had of her dad that she'd never seen.
How cool is that?
And every time I'm with Bunny and anytime we're drunk, her dad will literally physically show up.
I could believe that, actually.
Like mine and her connection is so crazy. Like her dad, like literally, like it'll be his birthday, and on my timeline, because obviously I know a lot of Mongols, and they'll just like randomly like shout him out. This is 20 years later, so the new Mongols like might not know him, only like the old timers.
Hey, were you under the impression we're live still or not?
No, we're not.